just wanna be free with my people to prosper and hold it down. Don't you sit and wait, contemplating on a revolution. The time is now. I just wanna be free. 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 Can't you see? I just wanna be free.
Okay. Another episode of the Things I Wish I Knew About Money podcast. I'm your host, Kamille Smith. And today, folks, is a excitement day. I'm trying to, if you ladies and gentlemen remember, I had a Mother's Day special. And now I'm trying to do a Father's Day special. And I almost got worried because your pupas, y'all scared me just a little bit. But before I even start this Father's Day special, I am here to cuss out some people, them. You self employed folks, today is the due date for taxes. I never hear from Una yet. So you're luckily, because June 15th is on the weekend, you have till the 17th. But I swear, don't have me rushing to do your stuff, eh? All right. So I'm just, reminding y'all, don't be slacking. Okay. But hold up. I asked like a month ago for the fellas to come true, right? And I was told that I had to do this announcement proper. Coming back from what 2007, we have our good friend M. Wait.
Yo,
There we go. Hello, sir.
I love
How's
the
it?
intro.
Thank you.
I
I
love the
tried. I
intro. Thank you.
tried.
It's been a long time, huh?
I know. It's been a very long time,
It's
but
been a long
I'm
time.
I'm happy that you're one of the fathers that, showed up and wanted to come true. There are going to be other fellas coming true. I know they're running late and things, so it's all good. So you know what, show? Sure. You got the show for now, and we
Okay.
already discussed
I'm gonna be on my
the
P's and Q's.
uh-huh. But the one thing I want to give a shout out to, and I guess I should start out with my dad. Big up
Shout out
my
the
dad.
legend himself.
Exactly. Big up my dad, Cleveland Smith. Um, and I want to say rest in peace to my godfather too. Uh,
Rest in peace, man.
yes, Uncle Neville. He was like a grandfather to me. So I had like, the best of both worlds of growing up in Toronto and things. And then, I had to big up my other guy friends and things that are fathers. But especially, what I love is that there's something about guys that take children that aren't theirs first and own them as they are theirs. And I really commend you on that because I feel like that, in a sense, especially with the community, is that that's like a real thing with when it comes to fatherhood or father figures that are able to, like
Yeah, yeah.
treat kids or the cubs as they're their own, right? So big up yourself, sir. So we want,
Thank you.
you know,
Thank you. Thank you.
hold on. There's gonna be a soundboard
I need one of those too. I need.
throughout the session, and I just wanted to. It's just gonna be a conversation, easy thing. What was the one thing you enjoyed about becoming a father?
Man, I think the love, the
Mm,
love, the love. Like it's unexplainable, undeniable. You know, first time seeing. You know,
mm,
like your child come into this world, but like you said, for me, not a lot of people know it. I don't put it out there. You know what I'm saying? I did have adopt two daughters um, into my life early,
Mhm.
a young age, and been there from the beginning of them being little and
Mhm.
being shown that love, that appreciation, that innocence, right?
Yes.
So for me, it's that like it's motivation. A lot of people like, oh man, you have so many kids and you must be stressed. I'm like, my kids aren't even my stress, to be honest. Like they're my peace,
Well, that's a
right? My
great thing.
reason,
That
right? So
that's absolutely a great thing about that is that your kids aren't your stress. It's
yeah,
like you're coming back to a happy place and a happy home,
yeah.
and you're able to see those blessings, right? So big up
Yeah,
that.
it's a lot, It's a lot. It's a lot to explain. Like it's something hard to explain,
Hmm.
unless you're involved and invested, right? And the sad part about our community is that a lot of us aren't invested, right? And
Hmm.
as men, I don't know, like I can't see myself not being a day without them, right? Being around them, being surrounded by them, hearing their voices, seeing their
Hmm.
accomplishments, you know what I mean? Growing up how I grew up, you know what I mean? I'm East African Muslim and like I grew up hard, right? Like my environment was hard, right? So having them it's like softens me in a way, right? So it teaches me more than I teach them.
Yeah. You soft? Nah.
No, I'm serious. I'm serious. I think for me, like my mom always said it when I was younger, like I'm good with kids, I'm good with animals, I'm good with people with disabilities, right? Regular adults like frustrate my soul, right? But but when it comes to like my kids, like it's a part of me that they pull out that I think as growing up in the environment that I grew up in
Hmm.
wasn't necessarily acknowledged.
Okay. And that's really important. And there's actually a question that I have for like everyone that's watching like live in the replay, and I'm gonna ask the same question to you. What impact do fathers have on families and communities in today's world?
Oh man, I don't know, man. I don't know if you really want to hear this stuff, but
Hey,
I
hey,
believe
this
I
is
believe like
filtered.
a house a
No
household
filter.
a household needs both parents, father and mother,
Hmm.
right? There's balances and there's imbalances, but then they feed off each other, right?
Yeah.
There's things that I can't do that their mother can,
Hmm.
right? But then there's things that I can do that their mother can't, right? It's just a balance of things. We're created that way as human beings, whether you believe in God or you don't, right? Science or not, science is the same way. There's certain things cause and effect that evolve and create, right? But there has to be 2 points to
Hmm.
create something, right? So in me, I'm more faith based, right? So I believe that God created us
Hmm.
to obviously we procreate, like have kids and have families and build and repopulate, But at the same time, there was a key component to us being created that way, men and women, right? Like fathers and mothers, right? They're pieces that we contribute to each other when it comes to raising our kids, right? Those are major factors. Like I believe that father figures in our household is very important, right? Even more less than just fathers. I mean, like a male figure in general, right? Like you can have a single
Exactly.
parent mother, and they need a community of good men to help guide and protect and raise these kids to be successful,
Yeah,
right?
absolutely. And I know like there's some, and I'm glad you say that. And ladies, I know y'all, the single moms had Mother's Day. I'm not going to be that person that says, Happy Father's Day to the mothers out there. I can't, because one, I'm promoting a safe space for men to be able to, speak about fatherhood, and also it's what is it, men's mental health month. So I
Oh
want to
my
respect that.
God.
I want to respect that as well, and I also want to give a light to the heroes or the fathers that are actually active in life, and like you just speaking about them being your peace and you being happy to hear their voices and everything, it brings me joy because I've seen that from time. Like I've known you since Center Island times.
Yeah, definitely, definitely, yeah. So you see me at my before I became a father,
Mhm.
and you see me as I became a father, and now as I feel like I'm an adult now. Before I was an adult in my 20s. Like now
Mm.
that I have adults, like my oldest is 21, right? So I think I'm an adult now. Before I was just kind of working this lifestyle and figuring this thing out. Now it's like I'm about to be 38 this year, but I'm coming into adulthood.
Mhm. Mhm. Dang, 21. So now you have official um
Adults,
adult.
like these are adults. These are independent beings now, right? I have a 21-year-old, 19-year-old. Nalia's turning 16, 13, and then the 3-year-old, right?
Oh
So,
my gosh.
so I've,
And I know you lose I'm not sure if you want this business to be out. So do you want to say where you are now and like how it feels to be from, oh yeah. Do you want to address
so
where you
right
are
now
now?
I'm in where I'm living my living situation.
Mm.
I'm in the South. I'm in Texas now, right?
Yeehaw!
But but
Sorry.
yeah. I'm in Texas now, but
Jeez.
for me it's different, right? Because I grew up as an immigrant child, right? Like I came from Africa, Kenya, right, to Canada,
Mhm.
bounced back and forth between New York and Toronto, right? Um, and then so I know that change of environment, right? So this is just another step, right? For my kids, it's different because now I get to introduce that to them. Where I'm
Yeah.
trying to show them that you're not just locked into the area where you grew up in,
Oh
right?
shucks.
You have to
Oh
be able to be open
shucks.
to the whole world. The world is like built
Oh,
for us humans to live in. So why not experience? Go to Japan, go to Dubai, go to the Caribbean, the islands, like you know what I mean? Like experience the world. You're not just locked into one place.
you're absolutely right, and I'm glad that they were able to transition easily because you have that experience, so you're able to guide them on that experience of transitioning to like another city. And is it as great as it everyone says it is in Texas?
Honestly, it's a lot of people have different views on it. You know what I mean? It's what you make of it. For me, like I've learned through I'll say the past 6 years to build my own business, to build my own opportunities, to no longer rely on just the regular 9 to 5. Like it's cool to work in 9 to 5s. Like I think everyone deserves to hustle and make their money however they make it. I respect it, you know. But at the same time, it was an opportunity. I took the leap,
Yeah.
right? I took the leap. I'm creating something down here, which God willing, is successful. And I'm loving the experience. I'm enjoying it. I'm basking in it. It's almost a year now, and I'm basking in it. And so far, skin's still glowing. You
Hey,
know,
hey.
health is good. My kids are thriving. That's all that matters to me, and I'm making it happen. Right?
Okay, okay. I love that. I love that for you because I know like having a business and being able to move it somewhere else is very there, there's challenges, ups and downs, but you're able to hustle and you're actually showing the kids like or the adults and the kids that anything is possible and you're
That's
giving
for
them
sure.
different levels of that. So I like that. Um what is one memory you have of Father's Day when you were growing up? And it doesn't have to be father or father figure that you were able to celebrate Father's Day for them. Oh,
With them, or talk about myself as a kid.
uh, as a kid, for you as a
For
kid.
myself, see, it's different. I'm Muslim, so we don't really celebrate too many things, right?
True, true.
Um, but I remember one specific time, me and my half brother,
Hmm.
we Father's Day. You know what I mean? My dad's hard, like he's a hard African man, right? So we had like a little change or whatever, and I was in Scarborough,
Hmm.
and we went over to like the corner store. We're like, yo, we're gonna buy him a tie. We're gonna buy him a tie. So me and my brother were like a year apart. right? We went all the way to the store. We pitched in our money. We bought my dad a tie. I can't forget what I can't remember the type of tie it was. I know it
Yeah.
was like a funky tie, right? But it was important to us. Like we both love our dad. You know what I mean? Even though growing up it was hard to kind of relate to him
Mhm.
because he comes from his own trauma, his own lifestyle, whatever he grew up in, right? So it was like us just showing that, and that's my memory for like Father's Day. That's my only time I think we ever did anything, right? But it was me and my brother. We pitched in money, and we wanted to surprise him. We got him something,
Did he love it?
and he took it. You know what I mean? But I can't remember his reaction completely. But I think for him too, it shocked him because we're his youngest, right? So we grew up here we grew up here valuing those things. Where my other siblings grew up back home and they didn't value those things. We didn't have those things as like, well, happy Father's Day, happy Mother's Day, like happy birthday. We didn't do none of that stuff,
Mm.
right? So me and him growing up here, we kind of were put into this culture, right? So,
That's actually interesting because like obviously there's different cultures, so now you see the importance of giving your dad a gift, a funky tie. Funky
mhm.
ties are always legit. I don't care what anyone
uh,
says.
being a dad now, you realize you're not getting the great presents, you know. Like, you're getting the tie or the socks or like just a made card or something like that. But you know what? It is what it is, right? Like you
But
got to think about those things.
the crazy thing is my dad loves socks. There's a particular socks that he always wants. So it's
Yeah,
like always crazy. We're like, okay, what do you want? "Oh, just get me a sock. And I'm like,
yeah.
all right. But even a tie, like, because depending on like if they're a business person and stuff, the tie's legit. And what's your fondest memory of Father's Day? You now being a father.
I have so many. I have so many. Um, I think my last one,
Last one?
my last, not even that last one. It was like 2 years ago,
Mm-hmm.
and Erica got me. I wasn't even expecting it because Father's Day, everybody's like, "Oh man, it's coming. Probably not gonna get nothing this year again, and we're gonna do the same thing, right?" So my fondest one was a book that Erica got for me, but it was a book that she ordered that had a story designed for me and my youngest one. So it's like her
Mm-hmm.
speaking through the book,
Oh,
right? Like I don't even like reading like that. You know what I
yeah.
mean? Like I don't like books at all in general. Like if it's not informative, I'm not just
Mhm.
gonna read it, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, it was like a tearjerker because like I feel as like I said earlier, I feel like I came into adulthood later on now that I have older kids that are now becoming adults. But
Yeah.
my last one, Layla, she's like melts my heart. But I
Mm.
feel as if it's because I'm older and I was able to calm
Take.
down as a parent, right? Calm down as a father. Look at her and be like, it's almost like all four of the ones previously were like the trials, and then now for her, it's like I let her slide with things, like she can ask me for anything, right? And it's
Mhm.
like she was my last daughter, right? And it was like the book just meant that much, and I was surprised. Yeah.
That's really dope. And I want you to go back. So because I asked you what's the great thing about being a father, but what characteristics have you learned? You said patience, and patience is key.
Yeah.
What's other things that you would be able to say?
Oh man, I don't know. I feel like I can say even when I was younger, I was always like responsible with certain things,
Hmm.
right? I was very militant when it came to certain things. Like you see me around, right? Like I might be sporadic, but one thing for sure, I'm militant with a lot of things that I do, right?
Hmm. Yeah.
But gave me responsibility, right? Because being young and before, and like I said, my two older ones are biologically mine, but they're mine. You know what I mean? Like through and through, right? But it taught me responsibility,
Mm.
right? Because it can't just be about me. It can't just be about what I want to do, right? Like I rather, and it's sad because like you see people become parents and then lose themselves, and I can say I admit it. Like I lost myself too as a parent, right? to be
Mhm.
like to be only and solely devoted to your kids,
Yeah.
right? But it also taught me responsibility, right? Because now it showcases that there's more to my life than just myself.
So when you say that, like a mutual friend of ours said that exact same thing,
Oh yeah,
and I'm Whitney, of
yeah,
course.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
um, and it's funny because I've never heard a dad or father say that, like losing themselves. I always hear like that coming from the mother side. So, do you feel like you lost yourself in a way, or but
Oh,
it's
for
for the
sure.
better?
I can't even deny it. And that's the thing, though. I don't think people ask men those questions, right? Like, how do you feel, right?
Hmm.
Because most of the time, yeah, I'm alright, I'm good. You know what I mean? And it's cliche because you see it all over online now. People kind of opening up,
Yeah.
right? But it's the truth. Like, both parents lose themselves, right? Because the
Facts.
responsibility of having a child is
Hmm.
is not light, and that's why like you think about when parents told you like, oh, take time, go to school, build a career, all these things, right?
Yeah.
I skipped the whole step, right? Like I skipped the whole step. I had kids, right? And I kept having them, right? Not before a career or before even figuring out myself as a person.
Yeah.
Right? Most times you have people that have kids young, other people struggle because they try to have kids later on and they have a hard time, right? And then it
Hmm.
becomes like my life, my life, my life, my life, my kid, my kid, my kid, my kid. And then it's like, what about yourself?
Hmm.
These guys are gonna get older. I had a conversation with my kids the other day,
Yeah.
and I'm like, you guys are gonna get older and move on with your lives. And I'm sitting here having to face the person that I was supposed to be dedicated to and invested in, and I don't even know that person no more.
Shucks. So how do you
Right?
find the balance?
It's hard. I'm learning it, and it's only happening because now, like, I'm here at this age,
Hmm.
right? Where either you realize and you find out that yo, I lost myself and I need to like figure this out,
Hmm.
right? Not even just lost yourself. It's just you get so invested in everything else because you as a parent, as being a parent, it's like everything stops for you and you're witnessing your kid grow older. And then when your kids are older now you look at yourself, you're like, oh god damn, like I'm about to be 40 out here right now, right? Like what happens? The time,
I know.
right? But
Jeez.
balance, I can tell anybody else. I can't say me. I know I made my mistakes. You know what I mean? I'm still making mistakes, right?
Hmm.
But it's figuring out time for yourself and figuring out time for your person, whoever you're with, you know what I mean? And figuring out the energy that you put out into the world, right? For me, it was like anger for the longest time because I hustle, I hustle. As a man, you get no appreciation, right? And then it's a point of like, yo, what am I even angry about? Right? Like, yo, I'm living, I'm good, I'm eating, you know,
Hmm.
like I think I've accomplished a lot of things in my life that I wanted to accomplish, got things that I wanted to get, you know. The
Yeah.
next step is just bigger and better.
Okay. I'm glad you have that self-awareness of like, why am I angry? There's and I get it because as you just said, like most times men aren't appreciated, and that's why I wanted to have this, especially this Father's Day special, just to show my appreciation and say I hear you guys, it's received, and especially you, I appreciate you because you
Thank
literally
you,
took,
man.
so hold on, hold on.
Listen, you gotta give you gotta give it credit to because I was oh, sorry, I'm just moving around here. You
No
gotta
worries.
give credit to for me it's Ron.
Oh, I
For
know.
me for me
OMG. I seen a photo.
yeah. Sorry.
So what? His oldest daughter is
Yeah,
just
Kentia
going to
just in prom. Yeah,
prom.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, these kids, yo, they're not kids no more. They're not kids no more.
That's when I really feel old.
Don't feel old. I call them old. I'm like, yo, you guys are old. I'm still young out here, you know?
Yeah,
Our generation still looks young. Our kids look a bit older because I don't know what they're going through, but,
that
you
is
know.
true. The
But
black don't
for
crack.
me, I will always. show my respect to Ron
Hmm.
always,
Big up Rondelli.
you know, and he became a father early, right? And he took it up. He did it. It's not perfect, but I give it to Ron. Ron cares about his kids, right?
Absolutely.
And
Absolutely.
I would never like I can't even say people are like, oh, you're a good dad and you do this. I'm like, thank you, I appreciate it. But Ron was like my role model. You know what I mean? Like,
Oh.
yeah,
I'm gonna make sure I'm gonna clip this and send it to him so he knows
yeah,
that,
please,
because
man. Like,
we need that in the community as well, is like showing appreciation, like ladies and men showing appreciation to each other, and men showing appreciation to each other, because you guys need to hear it. Like,
yeah,
you guys don't hear it often enough, and I think it's always great to hear that. And yeah, Ron, I think what, 17, 18, and he
no, Ron was like 16.
Parkside.
Ron was 16.
Hmm.
He had his first, and like we did everything, together in general, right? And
Yeah,
us, we all been around each other all the time, right? Like from Center Island to the houses to the game nights and stuff like that. Like you've been through it, you've seen it firsthand, right?
yeah,
Like, but and then seeing these kids firsthand come into this world, right?
right.
So
That's one thing about it,
yeah,
and I'm gonna add a next individual in and see
please, I
he's
feel like I'm
ready.
taking over here.
Nah, but hey, you knew that what's gonna happen. You're gonna talk, but so what's gonna happen is I'm gonna add him, and then we're just gonna have more of a conversation.
All right, for
Kirk,
sure.
are you ready? Coach Kirk, are you ready? Oh. Good
What's going
evening.
on?
Evening.
How
All
you
is
doing,
well.
sir?
All is well.
Respect, respect. How you doing?
Appreciate you. I'm good. I'm good.
I feel like you
Yeah.
guys are in the same atmosphere when it comes to being father figures. Because Kurt as well. Um, Kurt, please tell the folks who you are, because I'm gonna boost you up. So
What?
you chat, and I'm gonna promote the thing. Give me a minute. So you do the
Oh
talking.
man.
Welcome.
Um. Well, my name is Coach Kirk. You see there, the nickname is Baby Jordan. I've had that nickname since grade six. Um. I have a corporation I run since the mid '80s called Court Vision Athletics, and I guess what's interesting, as a coach and a trainer, I find myself being not just a coach to all these kids in multiple sports. I am a literal father to thousands of kids, like literally.
Yes, sir.
Um, and it's a blessing in itself.
Hmm.
Um, so it's funny. I just finished. I'm actually still here at the gym. If you can still hear the noise.
Yes.
Um,
Don't worry.
just,
We'll just learn how to deal with it, right?
is it that bad?
No, no, it's good. You're good.
No, we're good.
Yeah. So I'm actually outside the gym, so I was trying to make it easier. So
Ah,
just finished a session training them,
yeah.
and these guys are like 15 to 18-year-olds, and we're playing, and then I had to jump on and start playing with them. And I'm out running these guys and out jumping them. I'm blocking them, stealing the ball, making them look stupid on the court. And I'm thinking to myself, wait a minute, this isn't supposed to be happening. I'm turning 51 next month. I shouldn't be like killing these guys. But you know, I was going by the comment you said earlier on about like these kids, they're old.
Mhm. You
They're
know it.
old.
Yeah.
I, like I'm the same way. I will never accept. I will always be young, like you said. I agree with you.
Yes, sir.
Forget this being old stuff and being lazy. Nah, man. I'm not giving up on nothing, man.
Yes,
I'm
sir.
making sure I keep moving, keep balling. But these kids, man. Halfway through the practice, they're like saying they're tired and they want to go sleep, and I'm like,
They need
what?
some milk.
They need some. They need every kind of milk: cow milk, soya milk, peanut milk,
Give her some
some
almond milk right
cashew,
now. Like,
almond. They need all of that, all of it mixed together, and and put some Ovaltine in it or Milo or something. They need something to
something.
straighten them up.
They need to go chase some chickens. That's what they need to do. Go chase some chickens, man.
You chase it, and when they chase it, they have to catch it, put it a bucket over it, and they have to cut off the head, and they have to deal with that shaking.
Yeah, man.
They, they need to go out there and chase it, but that will give them some agility.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, I'm just a coach of many things with kids,
Mhm.
and seeing that in light of Father's Day, it's interesting how it comes around full circle. So yeah, it's a blessing, and in family situations too, been a father figure to stepdaughters and stuff. You
Yeah.
know, despite whatever situation may be, that is still there. Um, but you know, it's life.
That's it,
Indeed,
man.
indeed. So welcome. So I want to ask you the same question, because I feel
Oh
like
Lord.
I have to say, hey, you already know what's gonna happen. So, um, what was it? I'm probably not gonna ask it the same way, shucks. Um, how did it feel becoming a father or a father figure, either or?
um, to me, it's easy.
Hmm.
It's easy because for me, I have two different reasons. The ultimate reason is that I had a real one. I had the best example of a father I feel anybody could have had. Um, of course, everybody has their own experiences, but I know for me, I had a very strong-willed and a strong back and no nonsense, God fearing father. Um, that is my ultimate role model, my ultimate hero.
Hmm.
He's my general. He's the man that I aspire to be like. Sorry, there's a bunch of kids around.
No worries. You know
Sorry,
how the
Just
Mickeys stay.
yeah, they just decide to yell now. So okay. Anyhow, yeah. So
Boy,
you heard that?
reason number to be just an auntie.
Yeah. Yeah. Wow. Yeah, man. So yeah, that's for me. That was my dad was the ultimate role model. So it was easy to fall into the role
Hmm.
because I did everything with him, learned everything from him, asked him every question. He taught me everything. Um, so it was easy. And then um, when it comes to coaching,
Hmm.
um, it just became easy because of the sport itself, and then because of how I studied the game and how of all sports. And stuff. I swear, it's got to be like just because I'm on the call,
That's it, man. That's what you kids do best.
you know, all the
It's
time.
I'm
Yeah. So
This is
yeah,
live action. Don't worry. Now we see how, you're being involved with the kids and stuff.
all the time.
It's all good.
They know. Yeah. So that was it. My dad is the main one. Sports because I had a great experience in sports from other coaches who also mentored me.
Yeah.
It helped me to take what I learned from them and to just do what I do. And see, just again, see, because I'm on the phone, he's
Hey.
just coming around. She sold me a whole bunch of chocolates today.
Hi.
She runs off. Yeah. So, how did I guess your question was more like, was it easy to fall on the role, or is it how do I feel? Is that what you asked?
How do you feel about being
Oh, sorry. How do I feel?
no worries. But
How do I feel? I feel like I have been. I'm I understand my purpose, I understand my giftings, I understand my talents, I understand my value, my worth. I understand what I'm giving back. I understand the weight of my life, what I do, don't do, my words, my actions, my instructions. I know the weight of it. So how I feel about it, it's a major responsibility that um, nobody would ever take from me.
Yes.
Neither do I ever want to get rid of it, right? Because it is actually how I feel. It is the actual thing that gives me life, like literally, right? Like I this week alone, to kind of really speak to how I feel. I've seen so many players this week, coaches
Hmm.
that I used to coach, even coaches I used to coach, and now they've become they I used to play, yeah, coach them, and now they become coaches, and
Yeah.
now they're running programs, and it's interesting how what they see in me, what they've learned from me, and they tell me, and then also other players who are they were able to let me know things, personal things that adds to how I feel. Saying, Coach, if it wasn't for you, say that program you had me in when you were training me, when you were kicking my butt,
Yeah.
you made me see things better, and you gave me a reason to live. And that weekend I was thinking about doing something to somebody, and but you helped me to keep my head straight. And
Yeah.
I'm like, wow, okay. And then there was two that actually let me know, real talk, that say, Coach, do you remember that program on that day when you sat me down and talked to me? We were talking about stuff. I'm like, yeah. I said, did you know that I was gonna take my life that night? I'm like I didn't know. So if I'm speaking to how I feel, there it is. I feel my responsibility. I understand who I am and what I am to young people, and that God has given me what I possess, not for me, but for them.
Yeah.
So there's a main thing about how I feel. You know,
And
it's my purpose.
hmm
Powerful, man. Powerful.
right. And I guess it
Powerful.
Yeah,
goes back to that same question because obviously just that itself that you're able to help him overcome. What impact do fathers uh, have on
yeah.
families and communities in today's world?
What impact fathers have?
Mm-hmm.
See, to understand the impact, people have to understand the the hierarchy. Society has obviously blurred all the lines in every way, shape, or form. And quite frankly, I don't give a damn about what society says. I could care less what society wants to think about it. They're blurred lines. They can keep it to themselves.
Mm,
In many shape, or I can really go. I guess I'm saying what I'm saying, and I know you guys can read between the lines, right? The same blurred lines. You can, right? It's the hierarchy can never change. That's the funny thing about it. With all that's been done, and they're going to continue to do what they do, the hierarchy can never change. Because the more you change it, the more it proves why the hierarchy is supposed to be what it is,
mhm.
right? The impact of fathers is everything. Now, somebody can say, okay, the impact of fathers is where it starts. And of course, the body, of course, everything, the neck, the shoulders, everything follows a line with the father.
Mhm.
Now, you can debate father, and then you can debate baby daddy.
Oh, I didn't even know you were going there.
Oh, I can go there. I can
Take it
go
deep.
there.
I like this
It,
conversation already.
Yes,
I
yes.
could go there because that's what the problem is. People look at fathers,
Hmm.
and they just say just because you gave birth to a child that, or you planted the seed, you become a father. So no, there's a daddy. Well, even though some people will have the different, I guess, explanation, I look at it just as the baby daddy part because some people say if you're a daddy, it's more intimate than a father. I'm like, okay, I hear that part, but then the role of a father, I
Mhm.
find that it's more important than just a daddy. It could be debated in different ways because that's why I just make it plain. Father, done.
Mhm.
And then baby daddy. He's like, this out there. So it's you just leave it at the fact that yeah, people have to realize who they are. Are you a baby daddy or are you real true, strong and respected and a disciplinary, providing and protecting kind of father? There's a big difference, right? So the impact is paramount.
Yeah.
Without the fathers, everything falls, and we see it already in society, right? Um, uh, I'm not gonna say there's a problem with men having children too young. There's there could be a problem, but then there's not. Because then, like you mentioned, the one that you said that had the children young, but he did everything. It wasn't perfect, but did the thing right.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
are we gonna look down on that person? No.
No.
That person stepped up and say, you know what? Hey, I'm young. It happened. Whatever. Let's make it happen. Let's make it work. And then you become a father, right? Are you able to be a father right away? No. It comes over time. Comes over through a lot of things that you get developed and to turn into a father. Goods and bads, ups and downs, scenarios that
I
happen
think
that
that's the part. That's the
mold
part that we
everybody.
don't talk about, right?
Yeah.
Like you said it right now, exactly. Like it takes time to get that
Yeah.
title. You can have a
Yeah.
baby, right? But then to be a father, like I keep saying it. Like I think I become a father now.
Mhm.
Where before it was like I was in the role of it, but then now it's like I'm that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I can actually label that. You know what I mean? Be like, yeah, I'm a father,
Yeah.
right? Like I've watched my kids graduate. You know, I've been with
Wow.
them how long now, right? Like since they were babies and going through high school and going to university and college. You know what I mean? Like you can have
Yeah.
babies, right? But to get that title as a father, like I
Yep.
don't think people even acknowledge fathers for what they are, right? Even for myself, like me and my dad never got along, right?
Yeah.
Until like 4 years ago, I called him and I apologized to him.
Mhm.
Nice.
I called him and apologized to him. I go, I was not in the right space to get involved in the stuff that you guys were involved in,
Yeah.
right? Your beefs, your my mom and my dad, you know what I mean? Your guys' personal situation, because now as a man, I see it because I'm going through it, right?
Mm,
And
that's real.
now being able to be like, I called him and I was like, hey, I'm sorry. You know what I mean? I was wrong. Because if I'm to ask
Mm,
God for forgiveness and accept my forgiveness, I need to call you and be like, hey, like, I could only imagine what you were going through mentally,
wow.
right? Because providing, like you said it perfectly, providing, protecting,
Yeah.
nourishing, educating, and even being a disciplinary. Because as a father, you
Yeah.
have to be a disciplinary. Like you think about God, and God's disciplinary before loving. You know what I'm saying? So like
Yeah.
He's forever
Yeah.
loving, but there's rules and regulations that He's put in place,
Of course.
right? And you said the blurred lines. You can't blur lines. Lines are blurred so much nowadays. It's like no one knows their role.
Yo, my lord.
I'm I'm just here. I'm just having y'all have this conversation because this is
Yeah.
a important conversation, and I love how you brought it with the father and dad aspect, and
That was perfect. That
you
was
know,
perfect.
Yeah. Yeah.
like you alley oop that one.
Yeah. Hey, ball is always involved. Yeah. And it's funny that same analogy. I use that same analogy on Mother's Day.
Hmm. How?
The same thing. It's the same thing. Are
Just
you a
making
mother?
sure.
Are you your mother, or are you just a baby carrier?
Ah, got it, got it, got it.
Right?
Understood, understood. Even though we're positive, because the ladies came and they never bashed the man's them.
No,
No,
it's not
that's not
about
bashing.
bashing. No
It's not
bashing.
No, I'm
bashing.
just making sure. I just gotta,
Oh,
No
regulate
bashing.
things.
no. Oh no. The thing is that okay, if we're going to talk about that, we want to make sure that we want to. That's why it has to be defined, because not everybody deserves the love. Not everybody deserves the respect. Not everyone is entitled to it, right? Because Fathers, baby daddies. Mothers, baby carriers. Again, the same thing. Why should a mother or a father who's been doing everything correctly, everything right, and they're doing, I mean, more than over the above of everything for their children, for the society, for community, for all that, but then they get, the ones who don't do anything get the same type of respect? That's not right. I'm not saying we don't respect people, but if you're not the one doing the job, you're not stepping up and you're not helping and doing things for the children and all that kind of stuff, you don't deserve, you should, I don't care who you are, you don't deserve that level of respect and honor. It's a disrespecting.
Yeah, yeah, it is.
Straight
Oh,
up.
is it hot here? My
Yep.
gosh.
Disrespecting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you know what? I'm going to agree with you because even when it comes to like, and I'm not going to call, the DB, but like, I respect mostly men that are father figures that will play the part and take care of the community, right? And see
Mhm.
the responsibilities, like Em said, the responsibilities of taking care of what needs to be done. The ones that don't really aren't active.
I can't even acknowledge those ones. I don't
Nah,
even.
say
I don't
nothing.
even acknowledge those ones. I don't even speak about them. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Like I don't even speak them. Give them breath of air. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, that's what it is, right?
Mhm.
Like
Yep.
I don't even. I can only speak for myself, right?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I don't know the concept of not being able to see my youth
Hmm.
That's,
ever, right? Knowing that I have one out there, right? And then having the
yeah.
concept to be like, even for me, I'm so bad at it. Yo, if you're a friend of mine and I see how you move or you're associated with people that I know, I don't
Yeah.
even acknowledge you. I
Mm.
don't put you in the same space as my environment,
Yeah.
See?
right? Like I will call you out. And the thing is for me, and I'm gonna call it out right now, more people need to call it out. You feel me?
Well on, well on, well on, well on. Jeez. Talk the thing. Talk the
More people need to call it out as it is.
Yes.
Because people got
Yes.
friends out here, people got families out here. You know what I mean?
Yes.
That allow these things to happen. And for me, there's no excuse.
So,
There's no
question:
excuse.
Yes. I
Is
have
it
something to
up?
add on that.
Is it up to the men to say that, or is it up to the
Everybody,
Everybody.
everybody?
aunts,
Yeah.
uncles,
Everybody.
grandmothers, grandparents, whoever
Everybody.
is wife, new wife, like there should be no
Everybody.
reason. Everybody.
Everybody. Everybody.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
As a man, you need to hold your homeboy accountable. Like, yo, fam, don't you got a daughter out here, dog?
Everybody.
You know what I mean? As a man, as a woman, you need to. Hey, how are you going out with somebody? And I don't know something about Bash's Father's Day and
Yeah.
keeping
No, no, no,
quiet
no,
with
no,
it.
no, no, no. But keeping accountable and giving praise to the active dads. And I'm gonna say this. And I said this in another live before. I find like this generation, like our age, and Nor Kirk, you're close to our range.
Listen, I'm still
I
25.
Young
I
forever.
find that the gentlemen are more active than before in the other generations. I can only speak for what I've seen. I find that the men, even the guy friends that I know are way more active than before. And I think it's just like what they've seen in the past, like
Yeah.
how they felt growing up. So they wanted to
I don't know,
change
but
that path. But
I
if
don't feel as if I feel as if it's more evident now. But
Mhm.
there's more, and I gotta blame social media for this. You know what I mean? There's been good fathers,
Oh
right?
yeah.
They've been out here. You know
Yes.
what I
Yeah.
mean? My brother right here is a coach. I used to coach and deal with young kids. You know this, Cam, right?
Hmm.
Dealing with criminal justice and all this stuff, right? There's a lot of good men out there. The only difference now is people are showing videos and pictures of them.
Ah. Yep.
They've been out here,
Very,
not
very.
acknowledged because most time as a guy, and I'm talking about myself as a man, I feel as if I'm a part alpha male that to be like, I'm not out here posting pictures of what I'm doing. I ain't got time. You know what I mean? I ain't out here like if I'm enjoying the moment, taking my kids out, it's probably stressing me out the fact that I gotta watch this kid so they don't get lost, make sure this
Mhm.
kid's not
Yeah,
getting hurt. I ain't got no time to take
yeah,
pictures and smile up all the time,
yeah,
right? The only
and that's
difference now is that you're seeing it
Yeah.
yeah,
because it's all over social media.
yeah.
True. True.
I just to add to that, the ones who can't stop showcasing it, I would argue that you're showcasing it a version of it that you want me to believe
Yeah,
because you're really not doing the real thing.
yeah,
Because if you're doing the real thing, they're doing what you're doing. You're
yeah,
in the moment.
yeah,
You
Yeah.
don't have time,
yeah.
right? To take stuff and then I'm gonna edit this video and then you put this filter on this and then oh look at me, I'm playing with my kids and then what 15, 20 minutes later, then you're gonna post it.
Yeah,
What but all that time them kids the kids run off, they do something else, they go burn this, they go kick off this and
yeah,
but you're up. I gotta post this.
yeah,
No, we're in the moment and life is lifing,
yes,
right?
sir. Yes,
So
sir.
like real life is not being posted.
Yes, sir.
It's almost like that saying back in the days, man. The revolution will not be televised. So we can say you can say real parenting is definitely not
It's
posted.
not posted. You know what I mean? Like
That's true. That's true. That's a
for
hundred
me,
percent.
for me, when it comes to that statement, like it's not just about the new generation. Like I pray that the new generation is doing much better, right? But I think personally that it's always been there. It's just the point that it was never advertised. It was
Mm.
never
Right.
acknowledged. People don't talk about, man. You know what? And this is something that I'm speaking on experience. Like you don't talk about people that are doing good. Like oh look at Ken over there taking care of his family. I appreciate that brother. You know what I mean? Like people don't talk like that, right? People
No.
will be like, oh man, did you hear what happened in that household?
Uh,
Right?
Bacchanal.
Before to be like, oh my God, look at that family. They've been together for so long, working it out, going through their struggles,
Yeah.
right? Yo, I like how they do. Yo, let's go over to their house or let's invite them and we do something as a family function.
Yeah.
Or yeah. Or let's support them
Or let's support them.
because a community, right?
You can see people struggling and like you have aunties and uncles, you know what I mean, that like are like not blood tied but they're friends. Like, yo, go to your friend's house and be like, you know what, I'm gonna take your kids. You guys go enjoy yourselves. You know what
Oh
I
shit!
mean?
No, but
You're looking at me right now. Oh
No, I'm
shucks.
not. It's not just you,
I'm
right? So for
joking.
me, for me, I've
Mhm,
come to that point now where I see a lot of things,
mhm.
and because I have kids, I have five of them. You know what I mean? So like I said, I see a lot of things, and it comes to a point where it's like, nah, like the village, people have forgotten what the village was,
yep. The
right?
value of it.
People have forgotten the value of the village, and it's a simple
Yeah.
thing like, oh, yo, bring your kids over to my house if you don't have any kids,
Yeah.
because that two people trying to work it out are
Yeah,
Yeah.
battling every single day trying to make it work out.
Yeah. Yeah.
that's true. That's true. And
And
this is
and
hard.
that one little chance to get a little break, it's like something else. You know how much I used to do back in the days too, and I used to have my apartment, and I had access to a couple gyms where I can go coach and stuff.
Mhm.
Mhm.
I would set up a time and say, hey, I'm just gonna have a couple, days where I have some open gym time and everything. And if I recognize certain things in the family, I can literally say, I say, you know what? Hey, I'm doing something this Friday with the kids. They're going to do some training stuff. We're going to have a movie session in the gym, and they're going to play ball, whatever. And then you can come and pick them up from the gym, whatever. But I tell them, say, listen, drop them off, and then both of you go have a date, do
Yeah,
something, because they're already having issues, right? But it's like, and they're stressed out from the kids. I'm like, yo, this is your break. Go. Even if you
Yeah.
have to go sit down on the couch and just say nothing or do that, whatever. At least you're
yeah,
together and you have a moment to just have your own thoughts. That's part of the community. Like little simple things like that. Like you just said, bring the kids over, and then you guys could go whatever. Or now
yeah,
you don't have to all be the only ones watching the kids.
yeah,
It could be all the kids in one room and all the parents in all the other room. That
yeah,
kind of thing. A little social thing. It
Mhm.
yeah,
just it's that breath of fresh air for a moment, a little sigh of relief,
yeah,
Yes.
right? That whole community thing. You're right. It's almost, if not lost, it's gone already.
yeah,
But how
I
can
don't
we
know.
back? Cause like even Where's the uncles grilling?
Oh, I was having.
On
No, on
I
the
think I posted up a while
barbecue.
ago.
the house barbecues.
I'm
The
like, yo,
the
we the uncles that's supposed to be barbecuing and stuff like that. What's
yeah,
up,
it's the barbecues, guy.
right?
It's the
But
barbecues, the little backyard parties.
yeah,
And I kind of have no excuse because I have a big backyard. I don't know if you remember M, but like I like even some of the toys were like, "Yo, you should do like a barbecue like for Father's Day." I was like, "My dad doesn't even eat meat no more like that." Like, so what? But I definitely want
Just run it. Just do
just run
something.
it. And
Yo,
that's the thing though. That's the
it
one
doesn't
thing that's
have to
happened.
be
Yeah,
true,
just
true.
anything. Just say, hey, by the way, this day barbecue. Bam, let's
mm,
go.
Mm.
yeah.
Bring some
That's
food,
it.
bring something, and then we're just gonna
Yeah.
barbecue
Cause
some.
Cam, remember like my house had all the kids.
True, true.
My house had all the kids,
Yeah,
right? Like I had friends come in and Ron's kids come on, my nephews would come in, and we had them there,
yeah.
right? But the concept is that like I was saying before, that village, I don't think anyone realizes how deep that village is. And for myself too, like
No.
I was just doing it offhand, you know what I mean? Like just be like,
Yeah.
yo, I care about it. I care about kids at my house. Erica loves them, you know what I mean? Like she treated them like they were her own, you know what I'm saying? But
Mhm.
it's like the reversal now to be like, we don't get that break, right?
Wow.
To have that concept of like who else can do, because in our reality as a
Yeah.
parent, you know this too, right, coach? Is that
Yeah.
you're thinking about who's gonna take care of my kids when I die.
Mm.
We think about those things as soon as that kid comes out,
Right away.
right? Like who's gonna be there? And that's my main concern, my worry,
Yeah.
Mhm.
right? Because people can be like, oh, I'm gonna be godparent, I'm gonna be god this, I'm gonna be auntie this, auntie that. Where you at?
Yeah.
Where you
Yeah.
at?
They're only there when they're getting the baby blessed, and that's it.
Baby
Oof.
blessings and a party. It's like, yo,
That's it.
yo, fam, I'm tired, huh? Like, yo, call
Yo.
me and be like, yo, come take these kids. Your auntie, come take these, or uncle, come take these kids, right?
Yeah.
But we won't do that because one is pride, right? Like, I got this. I had these kids, my responsibility. I'm gonna deal with it. And even though we're stressing about it, and as guys, for the fathers that are out there, there's nothing to break, and it's only happening now. I don't know if you agree with me, Coach. More
Yeah.
recently, where guys are speaking, right,
Yeah.
to the point of like this new pattern of what women or people expect as men to open up and talk about. Do you know how
Mhm.
long it's gonna take to open up? Because we've been conditioned for centuries to say, "Yo,
Hold it
I got
in.
it." When in
Yep.
reality, I don't got shit,
Don't have nothing.
right?
True.
Don't
I'm
have
just
nothing.
making this shit fly, and sometimes it works, and sometimes it doesn't.
Yep.
Like,
Hey, yo. And this is not just society that anymore that made any sense for that. Like, this is be real. Like, if there if I can touch on a word in your world, Cam,
Mhm.
if this word called inflation wasn't a thing, if that never happened on all levels, like, would we be worried about certain responsibility or certain weight of responsibility where financial stuff is concerned? Like,
True.
hey, when it was like, okay, hey, I got it, I could cover everything, don't worry, buddy, everyone's taken care of,
yeah,
right? It's not that we don't want to do it. It's not even that we can't.
Mhm.
I guess what I'm really saying is that it's because of everything around us that has gone up and everywhere.
And
It's
evolved.
difficult. It's extremely difficult and it's unrealistic
yeah,
in most cases. So the whole part about, hey, we got it all together, it's no, we need to help. We need other sources. We need an increase in
Wages.
employment, in wages, in savings, in pension, in student
Investing.
fees, investing. The list goes on. All that in real estate, all that. There's more needed,
Mhm.
and to pull from, someone said this, and I was having a meeting with the. They said this statement, and it's still in my head, and I visualize things. So try and visualize this. Say we are squeezing blood from the stone, but it's past that because now the stone is broken. So visually, that made I'm like I'm holding the stone and I'm squeezing the blood out of it. All right, okay, whatever I get out of it, I get out of it. But if now that stone is broken and
And two.
like what am I like? You know
So you gotta
how much?
scrape up a little blood too.
Yeah. So whatever I'm getting out of that two-piece of half stone is way less than what is needed.
Hmm.
So that's an interesting statement, and it got me thinking a lot of things. I'm like, wow. So it's like, how do we get the help? Like, how do we do what we do? And and it doesn't help when we're not acknowledged, when we're not supported, when we're not at least acknowledged.
Hmm.
And don't get me talking about when we're not respected, because you're gonna take me specifically in a whole new area.
But this is
Because
why we have this, right? It
no,
shows
no,
that we
no, no,
are. I'm respecting Uno, and the other fathers them.
true.
Um,
I can't go that way though. That's a whole different show.
don't worry, you'll have your day, sir.
Oh, I don't know if I want to do that.
Ooh.
See, and that's the part though, right? That's that part that it's kind of weird. And I was saying earlier, like, yo, it's only coming out now, like this.
Yeah,
I could say maybe the last 2 years, right? How I look at it, where it's like
yeah,
mental health. Even for me, like we're talking about June being a mental health month, right?
yep,
Let's call this what it is. What it is. I'm gonna call it out, okay?
yep.
Isn't it Pride
Let's
Month?
go. Let's go.
Wait,
Yeah.
Isn't it Pride Month?
Hey, you remember the blurred lines we talked
That's
about?
what I'm saying, though, right? Like for me, I can go deep, right?
Go ahead.
And I think a lot of people, and if I'm myself alone, like I'm wild when it comes to my thing. You know me, Cam. Like I'm wild, right? But I be speaking the truth though, right? Like,
Let's
but
go.
the one thing is that like even the other day I kind of laughed and like I have 4 daughters. I'm blessed. You know what I mean? God gave me like a blessing, right?
Blessings.
And then I have my
Yeah.
son. You know I'm blessed, right?
yeah.
And then I seen a post. Everybody else posting Daughters Day, right? Daughters Day, daughters in June, right? And I laughed and I made like a funny like mental health day post or whatever for men, whatever, right?
Yeah.
Because I
Yep.
knew it that nobody's gonna take this seriously,
Yeah.
right?
Right.
Because just how you said it, there's boys out there, and I've had it too because I dealt with young boys and I worked with young boys and young men out here, even myself being a young male, right?
Mhm.
As much as we want to talk about our problems and our issues, our inner side, we are
Yep.
conditioned as boys and men to constantly be boys and men,
Yep.
right? So voicing your words has to
Yep.
be very strategic, and who
Yep.
you voice it to
Yep.
is even more important because somebody can say the wrong thing,
Hmm.
mess up your whole shit.
Or you say the right thing and it still mess it up.
It still messes it up because just like women, and I say this now, being I said it to my older daughter, right?
Hmm.
I've, as a man, have found 10,000 solutions to the problem I'm bringing to you. Sometimes I just
Already.
want you to listen. I don't want you to even say anything,
Yep.
right? And this is
Yep.
that part I think people are still struggling with,
Hmm.
right? And we have been accustomed to treating the opposite sex, which I agree. Like women go through their own turmoil, their mental
Oh,
health,
for real.
possible,
For
right?
real.
I can only
Oh yeah.
imagine being a woman. And for me, I think this generation now disrespects women even more than it used to.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because can't no woman sit
Yeah.
here and even paint their nails and own that,
Yep. Yep.
right? So it's like, and I have my own things, and I said it to many people before. I think if any guy wears more jewelry than a female, I gotta
Yeah.
question his masculinity, my guy.
Well, I gotta drink my water and mind my
Oh,
business.
peace and love, because we're only doing peace and
Hold on,
love.
hold on. I'm saying I'm always I'm peaceful, but I'm always gonna speak for my I'm gonna speak for my brothers. I'm gonna speak for my father figures, my men out here doing it because ain't no one talking for us. You know what I mean? People out here posting up, and social media is great, but at the same time, it's so poisonous because now as soon as you open up one conversation, it's like that's all you see. So
Yeah.
I keep seeing people talking about yo, women need to do this, women need to do that, men need to do this, men need to do it. If you're in a relationship, all this shit. It's poisonous because there's no solution to
Yeah.
the problem.
True. It's better to have a solution than
then the
Um,
problem, do I
yeah.
know that I'm not being appreciated? I already know that. I feel it. You know what I mean?
Yep.
But
That's
I
not
keep,
true.
hold on,
Erica gave you a
hold
nice,
on, hold on,
good up gift.
hold on. See what people do right there. You assume things.
You
But
just
as
told
a
me.
Mm.
man,
Oh,
I'm
sorry. Okay, I
speaking for
understand.
myself, right? You don't know the type of, like, for me, it might be corny or whatever. I say things, I'm like, yo, I like flowers, yo. You know what I
While
mean?
you're alive.
You
Why am
should
I alive?
say
You
it
know what I'm
out
saying? Like,
loud.
come to me
Yeah.
with a surprise and give me flowers. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. See,
Like,
that's.
just send me a card,
I'm glad
right?
you asked.
Yep.
I'm glad
Like,
you said that. So,
I've
what
been
is your
thugging.
ideal gift?
I've been thugging my whole life. I'm tired of being hard.
Mm,
You know
we
what I'm saying?
they forget
what?
we have a emotional side too. We have a feminine side a
Exactly.
little bit. It's
And
the
then
balance.
if you express that side, coach,
You
yo, this
become,
guy's a little soft. I don't
It
you
know.
see it
depends.
there?
No, no, no. But it depends on the woman. It depends on the woman. Like, if
Society. The woman's
Society.
different.
Yeah,
Society.
yeah, yeah,
one
yeah.
society. But I want to know what's your ideal gift when it comes to. I'm
it
sorry, my dad is doing the most right
yeah.
Is he tuned in? Is he tuned in?
Big
now. No, he's doing gardening right now.
Oh, okay, okay.
big up dad, big up
Big him
dad.
up, big him up,
Yes,
big him
yes,
up.
yes.
Yeah.
So
So
what?
the ideal gift,
Yes.
you know,
You can list. You can lay. Do a list.
it's not even so much the actual physical gift so much.
Hmm.
It could be, but it doesn't have to be as much. I guess for me, for it's such a it's I know they say it's the thought that counts. That could be, you can take that into consideration, but I think for me, it's it's more like, because you can give someone a gift and it could be like an insult
Yeah,
because it's not the physical gift.
yeah.
It's strictly for me
Yeah.
the condition of the heart
Hmm.
of where it came from and
Hmm.
how it's given.
Hmm.
Yeah.
That changes everything for me because I'd say, could tell you, I got a specific type of gift at that and now I'm talking about Father's Day stuff. I'm just talking about gift, right? And I was like, I made it known, you know, don't I don't need that. That's not
Yeah.
something I want, right? So I made it known beforehand, right? And then there was a need specifically for certain things that was needed in the household. I said I'd rather do that,
Hmm.
and then they were good. I just want the time of us just to hang out and spend together.
Mm.
Mm. Time.
But then the funny thing about, because there was already an issue about the finances beforehand, so even more reasons for me to say, hey, don't spend the money on that. I don't need that. I don't want that.
Hmm.
Okay, I'd rather the spend the time. But then the person still did the gift that I said no to because it was done in a way to be seen by others,
Mm.
so that others can see, look at how I treat him, look at how I do a gift for him, look how much, yeah, see what I did for him. But I'm like, I didn't want it. It's
Mm.
I can't even appreciate it correctly because it was never wanted to begin with, and I was very vocal about it.
Yeah.
Mm.
And then you went out your way to do it, and then spend even extra money to do it, and then try to make, so I'm like, it was not even about the gift, wasn't even for me. So the physical gift came from the wrong place for the wrong reason, to celebrate the wrong person,
Mm.
not
Mm.
even me.
Mm. Mm. No,
And
Shucks.
it happens though. Like, and guys do it
yeah,
too. You know what I mean? Men do it too. I fall in
oh
that trap a
yeah,
lot
oh
myself.
yeah.
Like, I think for me, I had a conversation with another guy recently down here, right? And we
Hmm.
just talking in the gym and stuff, And
Hmm.
men actually voice what they want. A lot of them, and I don't know if you're the same thing. For me, every time on my birthday, like, what do you want? What do you want? What do you want? I'm like, I don't want anything. I'm good. I'll get it myself, right? Because I'm just that type of person, right? Like, majority of the time, I know what I like and I'll get what I like. I don't like surprise presents, right? Because most of the time, it's like I gotta fake this reaction that like I'm interested in whatever you got me, right?
I hate faking. I hate it.
So, so sometimes it's like guys will speak, just
Hmm.
like for me, like I don't think it's anything that a person hasn't spoke to me about,
Yeah.
right? Especially with like Erica and whatever, you know what I mean? Like that, as soon as she said it, I already locked it in my mind.
Hmm.
That like, oh man, she likes this. I'm gonna figure out how to get it. right?
Yeah.
And it could be time. It could be like, oh, I might get it for like anniversary or whatever. You know what I mean? Most
Right.
guys in a relationship think that way, right? And
Right.
then it's the other point where like, stop asking me this question when you know you should know
You
me.
know you're the person.
You know what I
That's
mean?
that's
You
absolutely
should
true.
know me because I might drop a thing, and guys sometimes just want that, right? So
Yeah.
my gift to me is, yo, just listen to what I'm saying,
Hmm.
Yeah.
right? Listen to what I'm saying, right?
Yeah.
I don't need like the super presence or even that notion sometimes. Oh my, and I hear it a lot in relationships. It's funny because it's like,
What?
oh my god, it's so difficult to buy things for. He never says what he wants to do, what he wants, and I go,
That's a
man,
different.
I've been voicing this for like months. Like I don't even want anything. Just yo, just give me the time. Like you said, it sometimes it's the time,
Hmm.
right?
Time.
Show me
I time.
that like today I can actually relax.
Yeah,
Yo, man.
that's fair. That's fair.
I've only had it happen once.
Hmm.
Damn, like that you wasn't even around. It was my birthday before COVID, around COVID time, right?
Mm.
I could drink, okay? Like I can handle I can drink, right? Yo, listen, I've never been black out
Yeah.
in my life. I've never believed people went through it. I never believed that you could black out, not remember what the hell happened the night.
That happened to me.
That was the only time,
No
and
comment.
people can speak about it
Yeah.
because they've never seen me drunk like that. You've never seen me drunk like that.
Yeah.
To the point where I felt free.
Oh.
Yeah.
My first
Okay.
birthday in my life where I didn't have to
Yeah.
think about what's going on,
Responsibilities.
what's happening, responsibility.
Yeah.
Felt comfortable trusting. Like you gotta ask a man. If a man grills, ain't nobody touching my grill but me, huh?
Yeah.
I was able to leave my grill and be like, yo, I'm good.
It's
Right?
funny, and that's why some that's the dangerous part. So we could probably do that the one-off thing or once or twice in your life kind of thing. But the other people who have the alcohol issues, they'll try to do that almost every weekend or every day,
Yeah.
and that's the issue, right? For that, but I
Yeah.
can relate to that moment of free. I'm like, whatever.
Right.
Yeah,
And that's
if I
important
can,
to
yeah,
that's important to fathers. That's important to men. Like a lot of times you think
yeah,
about and you hear women complain or people talk about, oh, I don't have time, I don't have free this, I don't have free that. Yo, we out here working this together. I want all the mothers if they're watching and people, yo, we're a team, huh?
True.
yeah,
We're a duo. Don't think
team,
that like because you're going through it and we ain't going through it too. You know what I'm saying? Like
yep,
we going through the same stresses and at the same time these breaks are important
yes,
for both people. And I said it before, don't lose yourself. So if you're a new parent out here doing this and you're
yeah,
watching this, don't lose yourself.
yes.
Ooh. What would you? I wish I could find a father to be. But it's all good. What would you? What advice would you give a father to be coming up?
I like
Mm.
coaching this one. So.
A father to be.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot to be said about your word. This is a man, obviously as a human, period, but as a man, you give your word, right? You give your word to be there, and you do what you can to be there. I have a problem when people look at being a father is all about what, going back to your other question about the gifts, providing like this. I'm gonna buy you birthday gifts, or I'm gonna buy you Christmas stuff, or I'm gonna buy you this gift. I have a problem when it's all about the gifts.
Yeah,
I have a problem with that because if that's the only way you can show love, if that's the only way you can show that you're a parent, you know, then you're not doing your job. Because look at it, you can even go as far as saying just get rid of all that altogether.
Mm.
Because really, why if you really go into, obviously you can add religion to stuff, the gifts and stuff. Some of it is just, it's just pagan stuff, or it's just marketing. It's
yeah,
just it's a retail kind of thing to get people to buy stuff,
yeah,
right?
yeah,
And if the child now becomes so wanty for things be given to you, then again that relationship is gonna always be like this.
Yeah.
If so, establish your word, be who you're supposed to be, and the gifts can come later. But be who you're supposed to be, in
Mm-hmm.
and out, day in and out. night in and out. Um, and your word is everything.
Yeah.
I will also say this too, and it comes to because I'm my experience of working with thousands and thousands of young people and kids. I have a problem when people manipulate children.
Mm,
I have a real big problem when anyone lies, manipulates, use children as shields or as excuses or any way then they're supposed to use or be with them and misuse children. So your word is important,
mhm,
how you how you treat your children,
mhm,
and um and don't think your children are stupid. They retain a lot more than you think they do. They emulate more than you think they do. They they initiate what you do. They copy everything you say and do, and what you don't do.
Mhm.
mhm.
So that's very very key. So nobody's perfect. If you're gonna be a father, don't try to be the perfect father. You're gonna fail.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm not gonna lie. That's true.
You're
Like
gonna fail.
I was just gonna say that too. When it comes
Yeah,
to like
yeah,
being a parent or a father in general, a parent, right?
Yeah.
But
yeah,
being a father, like one thing I learned, and I said this to my kids before, yo, I'm learning. There's no manual to this, huh?
yeah,
There's no manual to how to be a father, how to be a parent,
yeah,
how to figure this thing out with life. Yo, we're going through this lesson together,
yeah,
Mhm.
right? You got to realize that if someone's becoming a first time parent,
Yeah.
right?
yeah.
Like, one, yeah, you're right. Like, be the person you said you're going to be, right? Set your standard, right? And it's okay to fail.
Yeah.
It's okay to drop the ball and be like, you know what? Like, because it's going to happen. It's going to hit you. You're going to hit walls. And these walls are probably the most life testing walls you'd ever experience. And they become different, right? Every time they
Yep.
come at you. They're never the same. Sometimes it might be the same because of your habits,
Yeah.
right? Are repetitive, whether you're not financially ready. And that's another thing important too. What I learned, I was a young parent, right?
Mm.
Responsibility is important, right? That
Hmm.
means it's your responsibility and your onus, right? To make sure you're taking care of responsibilities because your kids feel it
Mhm.
and they
Yeah.
experience it and they see it, right? So my biggest thing for me, even when it came to this move, is showing my kids success, showing my kids people that are doing things positive and moving forward, right? Sometimes we get out the hood, but then we still bring the hood back to the house,
Oh yeah.
right? And I mean people that you surround yourself with. So then when you're sitting there looking at it like, oh, you grew up in a urban environment, you're not hood, you're not ghetto. I'm like, yeah, but look at the people you brought around them.
Mm,
You left the hood, but the hood didn't leave you, right? And for me, I took my kids out when my oldest turned 12,
mhm.
right? I was like, I'm
Yeah.
out of here, right? Because I know growing up in the hood, like what it did to
Yeah.
me with my family,
Yep.
right? So if I'm gonna do different every time, first time parent, you got to be able to hone in your skills and realize that financial stability is one, your emotional
Yes.
stability is another one, right? And also realizing that you need people and mentors to help you, to guide you, right?
Oh yeah. That's a good one.
Right? You need
That's
right,
a good one.
I have it every time.
right.
Don't
That's a
You
worry.
good
need,
one.
and sometimes you gotta pick and choose because sometimes the people that mentor you are the most poisonous, right? You got to be able to acknowledge those things sometimes. Be like, yo, they might make look
Yeah.
like all roses and everything when they're really the snakes,
Mm,
Yep.
right? So you have to realize and be like, oh, what am I doing? What am I trying to achieve? The goals you're trying to achieve, right? The people you're trying to align yourself with, your energy, right?
Mm.
Right? If your energy ain't right, it ain't gonna work.
Nope.
golly, you're right. You're right.
Nope.
Especially me speaking as men, like I had to like it's. I had to look at myself and be like, yo, I'm not like people be like, I used to get mad. They're like, yo, he's looking like a square, right? And I'm like, yo, you guys are playing with me right now. Like me, square, like I'll hurt you guys, right? But then I have to realize, I'm
Yeah.
like, yes, I am. Like I'm not a thug at all. Like I'm out here. like in my van, driving my van, right? Sitting at home, eating some chips, dad bought up, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm not a thug, right? But test my, test my kids, you'll find out. That's all I put it out there, right?
Yeah, yeah,
Right?
Boy, Johnny, pork,
So,
cheese, cheese.
right? But anything else,
yeah,
I have to realize I'm like, yo, it's cool being a square because at the end of the day, I have a son. I have a
yeah,
son, and I look at him and trying to teach him and be like, a lot of people be like, oh, I want my kid to be hard and tough. Nah, man, I want my son to be that
yeah.
version of me when I was a kid and I was innocent,
Mhm.
Mm,
right? And I had to look at my son one day and I was like, yo, you are me before the world decided to make me hard.
Mm.
wow,
Cheese,
wow, wow.
So how
cheese.
he's so in tune with his emotion, how he's so
Mhm.
in tune with what he wants and how he speaks and the people he hangs around with,
Yeah,
I encourage it
Nice.
because the world made me hard. I had to become
yeah,
rigid. I had to become thug and street because I couldn't play that game with people that I played with or my
Mhm.
yeah,
family played with. For me, he doesn't even know that world.
yeah,
So I had to
That's
look at him and be like, yeah, man, be that innocent kid because your version of me that I want to succeed. My dad used to say something to me and I never understood it. He said to people, right? And people be like, oh my God, your kids look just like you, your son looks just like you. And he would say, no, he's better than you. And I would, in my mind, and my brothers, people were like, yo, this guy doesn't even like us, right? But he said it, and now I understand. I'm like, when he said,
yeah,
nah, my sons are better than me, it's because he was
yeah.
projecting a vision that he seen when we were born of
Wow.
his flaws,
Right.
cheese.
right? So, hey, man, I pay my
Yeah,
respect to that man. As much as me and him don't communicate, whatever, at the end of the day, I got to give him
yeah.
everything because as a man, I know what it's like now.
It's almost like that scene from Fences.
Yes.
You
Like,
know,
yo, yes.
Fen- I I don't have to like you.
I don't, yo,
What?
my dad did that. He threw that at me one day, right? And I was like, yo, what
Wow.
you guys saying to me, right? He goes,
Yo, it's heavy.
but people don't get it because they get into the emotion instead of thinking about, as
Right.
a man, it's a response. I'm indebted to take care of you.
Mhm.
Yeah. That's more important and more heavy than just liking.
Yeah. Like you.
Like,
I'm that. Like my dad used to say this. He say this. He goes, I have to love you,
mm,
but I don't have to like you.
that's heavy. And then people don't know the difference.
Right?
True.
And I was
True.
like, this guy don't like us at all, man. This guy don't love us, right? I'm getting mad, right? I'm like, yo, my dad don't like me, right? And it's like, no, he's indebted to love me because
Yeah.
I'm his seed, right? But he doesn't
Yeah.
have to
Yeah.
like me, and that translates to my life now. My life
Yeah.
now is the same way now. Yo,
Mhm.
listen here,
Yeah.
like I respect you as a human being, as a person, where I won't put my hands on you,
Mhm.
right? But I
Uh-huh.
don't gotta like you, bro,
Yep.
right? That means that I'm taking my piece and I'm over here and you're
Yeah.
over
Yeah.
there,
Yeah.
right? But
We.
that's
But
about it. Like,
you
But
disrespect you start disrespecting and then you're gonna get these hands.
you know what I mean? It's as simple as and then for me, it's like I can solve these. You can solve it easily. It's like you disrespect me. Do I forward him so I can deal with him, or is it yo?
yo,
It's all right. You know what I mean? It's words. You know, like in
yo,
between, like touching my kids, and it's a whole different story.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Then I'm coming for you, like whoever's there.
Yep.
But
Don't do
that's
it.
just,
Don't.
and I call those real fathers because there's a guy, the guys out here, and I put it out there. They'll talk big about having daughters, or
Mhm.
they'll be, I don't
No.
need a strap for my daughter. I'm like, do something stupid and find out, right? I don't need a
Oh
strap.
man.
These hands can do the work, right?
Oh man.
Like,
Yo. I. Oh man. We're going. Woo.
golly.
Just have the thoughts.
Cam, you know it. There's guys
I
out here that talk the talk. Coach, you know
Yes.
it. There's guys out here that like, oh
Yes.
my daughter need a gun, need a
Yes.
gun. As soon as they have a baby girl,
Yeah.
need a gun.
Yeah.
Where you at? Where you
Yeah.
at, bro?
Yeah. I'm waiting for you.
Where you at with your daughter? She's here. You're not existent, right?
Yeah.
Like,
Oh
so
man.
it's like, yo, I only pay respect to fathers and salute to all the fathers out there. I have
Yeah,
to
man.
jump off. I have to jump off real quick, Cam.
All right.
It
So,
was great speaking
Adam,
to you, Coach.
thank you.
Yes,
So much.
respect.
Wait, before you leave, what
Yeah.
are three things you wish you knew about money when you were younger?
Oh, I see where this
Not
going. I
finance.
Oh.
see I see where
No,
this
I
is
always
going.
yo, Cam. I actually
I
gotta
see where
hit you
this
up
is
on a
going.
couple of things. I gotta hit you up
huh?
on a couple of things, but I'll
Good.
hit you up on a silent about that. But one
Okay.
thing I wish I knew, because my philosophy is my philosophy when I was younger
Mm-hmm.
was kind of messed up, right? But I was like, yo, I'm gonna get this money regardless. You know what I mean? Like you know this. Like Cam knows I'm a hustler, right? Like I'm
Nice.
gonna get this money regardless, right? What are you doing with your money? That's the question. How is
Mm,
Mm.
this money able to benefit you? Because I made a lot of money, right? And the only reason why I figured it out because when I started the business 6 years ago doing the dog stuff,
yeah.
made a lot of money, couldn't take it to the bank,
Yeah.
right?
Mm,
So being able to understand how money works and operates around the world,
yeah.
Yeah.
right? Money has its own language,
Straight up.
Indeed, indeed.
right? Like realistically, money talks, but it has its own language.
Yeah.
Like what does it talk to? Who does it talk to? I wish I
Yeah.
Mm,
knew about financial literacy, making sure that I'm stable and like it's
Yeah.
beyond just saving, it's about investing, right?
Yeah.
I wish I knew more about credit, right?
yes.
Because owning a
Yeah.
business, I don't gotta touch my own credit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I build credit through my business, right? And also learning about like the intelligence of it,
Mm,
right?
Yeah.
Money has real estate,
yes.
Mm.
Indeed, indeed.
right? So if you don't know the real estate that you're in,
Mm-hmm.
you're just going downhill.
Yeah.
Jeez.
And I mean real estate, I mean like what are you re-upping your money in? Just like when you purchase a
Mm.
property and then you re-up and buy another property and buy another property, and now you're in a whole different estate, right? When it comes to
And
businesses, it's like, all right, I got a restaurant. Now I need to reinvest in another thing, and I need to reinvest in wholesalers, or I need to like there's real estate in different conversations of mine. I wish I knew that,
Yeah.
right?
yeah.
Because now that I'm in it, it's like I'm 38 and I'm like, hey,
Now you
the
can teach the
KFC
kids.
guy, the KFC guy didn't get rich until he was 65, so I'm gonna figure this out.
You know what I mean?
You know what I mean? Like
And now you have the opportunity to teach the kids as you learn.
exactly. I'm showing them business,
Boom.
right?
I we got the
I was
opportunity to learn from you, Cam.
Don't worry, them coming true. Them coming true. I just have
I'm
to fly
telling
out
them,
now,
listen, I
right?
appreciate you. I appreciate you, Cam. Like this whole platform alone, what you're doing right now, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
I know I'm like silent. I've been silent for years, you know, and just
Mhm.
kind of holding my corner, trying to figure out things. Because at the same time, I'm just maturing. I'm still 38. I'm still young. I'm a young father, right? Like
Nice.
I'm trying to establish myself now to be like I want to be a better father,
Mm,
right? More in tune with myself, more in tune with my spirit, more in tune with my religion. You know what I mean? More in tune
Yeah.
with my emotions,
yeah.
Yep.
right?
I'm yo, listening to you, it's crazy. And
You know
I
what?
see it. I
I
see
didn't
it.
throw that N word yet. You already know it.
I had to tell him off like, God damn, come on, one thing and come say them things. So that's how I see that you're mature in things, yo. I really appreciate you. And no
Thank you.
word of a lie. I've seen you grow into a man like now, and I'm glad. Big
Thank
up
you.
That's
yourself.
big. That's
I'm
Happy
big.
learning. I'm
Father's
learning.
Day.
You know, what I mean, I have positive influences like Coach right here already. Like I only met you once, but at the same time, it's like I appreciate the conversation because what you're saying,
Yo,
it
man,
speaks
for
to me.
real.
You know what I mean? It's always showing me, and I appreciate the ones that come before me and show me, and I
We
respect
appreciate
and
you,
embrace
man.
it. You know what I mean? Keep doing your thing. I know it ain't easy. Like working with a young youth, I've done it for so many years. I've taken away
Yeah.
from it because it does play with your emotions, your mentality, right?
Nah. For
Yo,
me,
but
it's
keep
different.
doing that. Keep
I
doing
don't
that.
know. I don't know. For me, I think it's weird. I'm weird. It actually, this is like my lifeline. Like I'm doing it so much that I'm trying to expand this to 19 countries.
Yes,
Like
Mm,
sir.
that's where I'm at. So that's why this whole money thing is a good topic because that's why I have to do all this stuff with Kim. She's gonna be, I literally gonna be the one helping me do this, and we
Yes,
all
sir.
can come up. So hopefully this makes sense. I guess when we can talk offline and everything, maybe this makes sense
I'll
to for
connect you
you.
guys afterwards.
Yeah,
Please, yeah, please, yeah,
yeah, maybe it can make sense because for me, I'm all about just networking and joining forces like Voltron, guys.
for sure, for sure.
I'm all about that.
I
Yeah,
appreciate you guys. I'm about to cut out.
I, I
All
know
right.
y'all too young to know about Voltron, but still.
I
Nah,
know
nah,
about
nah,
Voltron.
nah.
Don't
We
play with
do,
me,
we
man.
do.
Don't play.
Don't just.
I know
All
all
right.
about Voltron. I
Coach
appreciate
Leon,
you,
Coach
brother.
Leon, Coach Leon. Thank you, M.
All
Yeah,
Blessings.
yeah. Respect.
All right. So,
Yeah, yeah.
and man, we've been having such a great conversation. You not getting this question just yet. Oh, because I know you
Which one?
didn't answer. The one I just hid.
Oh
But
man.
one question I wanted to ask was, what is one of your fondest memories of Father's Day when you were growing up?
Our fondest memories of Father's Day?
Hmm. I didn't ask you that
Just
before. You
well,
mentioned what you didn't want and you got, but I want
yeah.
the happy part.
Oh, the happy part is knowing that I had the greatest father
Yes.
and being able to have him
Hmm.
and being able to learn from him before he passed away,
My
and that's,
condolences.
yeah, I appreciate it in 2020 when,
Jeez.
yeah, during the whole, when Stupid 19 happened. Yeah, that's what I call it.
I call it that too. We are on the same page. Trust
Yeah, the scamdemic, the fooldemic,
me.
all that. I made sure that we enjoyed our life. I'm glad I never tried to act like I was bigger and better than him because everything of who I am is because of him. So
Nice.
that's the really the fondest memory is just really actually having him and and
Celebrating.
yeah, re-celebrating and then the fact it's not just the Father's Day itself. It was obviously through a lifetime.
Hmm.
So that would be it too. I would say the other fondest memory I would have had is even though I've been in the role, I don't have children of my own,
Hmm.
I
But
guess.
you're still a
Yeah, I
father
know.
figure. I know you're a father figure, so don't be saying
I now you know my situation, right? So
yeah.
being able to be in that role of a stepfather, that has completely humbled me in many ways, and it
Hmm.
has been very emotional for me. Um, and and to know that I never had or never will have that experience where the child would be like, "Well, you're not my real father, anyways." That kind of nonsense,
Mm,
right? Like
mm.
that will never happen to me because immediately, immediately I
Like
not just
that.
played the role,
Hmm.
but I was an immediate impact.
Yes.
Um, even before meeting the children in person, right? That kind of thing. So even though the dynamics has changed a little bit right now, or it still doesn't take away from that amazing moment and the memories for sure for me.
Nice, nice.
Unforgettable.
I'm glad. I'm glad. And I also don't worry. I have it somewhere, but I also M mentioned something about finding that work life balance. How
Yeah,
do you find that when it comes to just life in general? Because you said it, life is lifing. Whew.
it's always life in, right? So um, because things keep on changing so much, to just you can plan, and I'm a planner too. You can plan for this, and all of a sudden, when you start doing all stuff, some things may happen, but then boom, there's landmines, there's explosions, there's air raids, there's ambushes, and all of a sudden you're like,
Drone.
what? Where am I? What happened?
Yeah.
And now it's all that recalibrating. It's all that adjusting, trying to figure things out, and try to regroup. Everything's a process, and it takes some time. What I don't like is when others who you're supposed to be doing all this stuff with doesn't have the patience or the comprehending to understand that, listen, this is not going to happen like this. It takes a moment. Things have to align, and then it has to evolve. And if you don't give the chance to evolve, you're not going to get the results,
Facts.
right? To prematurely, pull the plug on something is exactly what it is,
Mm.
right?
But you wouldn't want that.
Yeah, you won't be able to gain the benefits or the fruits of that labor.
Hmm.
You've just destroyed that wealth that was about to happen. Now it's like, now what?
Right?
So it's the balance is hard. The
Hmm.
balance is hard. It's always hard, I guess, when the one that your life partner doesn't want to do life.
Mm. That's a tricky one.
Mike, I feel like I just dropped the mic.
Hey, that one is a tricky situation,
Yeah,
but I hope that all in due time with patience and everything,
yeah,
it comes
yep.
back in full circle. And I also
Hmm.
wanted to I wanted to big you up because
All
I
right.
know something's coming up. Something's coming up. Wallah,
What,
wallah.
what's coming up?
So I'm giving you a surprise because I have it here.
Okay.
Oh man, let me see if I can. Oh, give me a second. Oh, there it is. Oh my gosh. All right, so boom.
What's
I'm
that?
pretty sure you can see it. Is this something that?
Ah!
Ah, you thought I
Yay!
wasn't gonna post it, huh?
I didn't even know that's what you were gonna do. I didn't know.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Cause it soon come. Jeez, man.
Yeah,
Jeez.
yeah. We still the registrations are always like this every year. Every time I do this, like there's a lot of interest, but the registration is always like last minute. So it's good.
That's
I appreciate this. This is nice.
yeah, man. Wait, hold on, hold on. Let's see.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
okay, so anyone that's live and listening, you could see
I
the
love it.
info card. Is there? I'm trying to look at the link.
Uh
There's
huh.
a. Do you have? Can you type the link in the chat to see if I could post it so everyone can see it? So it's
Oh,
easy. Maybe, maybe. Let me. I'm trying to
the
see.
link.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Oh, I think I have it, don't I?
it-
I should have it.
I may have to come out the chat if I have to do that.
Hold on.
I have something, but I don't know if that's the.
Give me a sec. But sorry, as
Oh,
as we're looking, uh,
yeah.
because I always have questions, and obviously I
That's
haven't
the.
done all of them. But we've been having such a great conversation. Like it went, it went in a good area that I liked. Ooh, what financial lessons have you learned? Nope, no, I'm gonna
I
change
just
it.
I just put
Sorry.
something in the chat.
Okay, what financial lessons did you learn from your father?
Oh, financial lessons from my father. Okay, so my dad, man, I think I learned it too well from my dad. I've turned in business.
Mhm.
My dad is a we had the saying that my dad was an uneducated genius.
Boom, bum, bum. I had to put
Un,
it.
eh,
At the, what?
like really, the genius that people think, oh, it, like how did you know that? How did you
Yeah.
do that? How did you do that? So business wise, I learned from doing business how to create wealth from business.
Okay.
Um, and so that transferred into helping me create businesses, like multiple businesses.
Mhm.
Because my dad let me know we were doing work that probably nobody wanted to do,
Yeah.
like business in cleaning services and maintenance. So we were like cleaning houses and corporation offices and clients, newly built homes, clean up jobs, all that stuff. So we had different jobs that we were doing all that. Sometimes the job was extremely filthy,
Mm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
But the lessons that he taught me is that listen, I want you to do work as hard as I did, but I need you to find a way to oh nice.
Boom,
I
bum,
needed to
bum.
find I needed to find a way to work just as hard or harder, but do it in the things that you love to do or you're good at. So I took that more to heart than anybody else in our family.
Yeah.
Like sports, I have that, right? Music, I have that. Entertainment, I have that. Real estate, I'm doing that. Community development, I'm doing that. Music studio, I'm doing that. I have my podcast that also, that you're going to be on eventually.
Yes, yes.
Um, and then what else? Media, because my dad was also into cameras and stuff like that. Learned from him, and I created my own media company. And now I'm adding like social media marketing to that.
Boom, bum.
Um, what else? Like I said, my music. So I have my music studio. Plus, I have my own band that we were played for so many years, and we were showcased on the Juno Awards for 3 years, right? The 2 years, like so. We've done stuff. We played with many award-winning artists
Mm.
for many years. So I've been able to take those concepts my dad has taught me, and I have channeled them into me being a true CEO.
Yes.
Right. Now, my issues, I guess, I'm having is because I guess through my dad too, I'm such a nice person, almost too nice, where I like the word I had to learn over the years is starting to delegate, like
Mm-mm.
like like
Yeah,
delegating is a word that now is my theme word. I'm
yeah,
just trying to figure out how to make sure it's I'm delegating. Everyone's there. Okay, now I say, okay, you run that, and when everything's are going well, you report to me, and so on and so on and so on. And
exactly.
as opposed to me trying to do everything, like I
It
can't do that in
burns out. Just the same thing that we were talking about, the work-life balance, right?
right. So I'm trying to. That's my balance. Is that now I'm as a business owner or developer, I am now literally trying to navigate all that to
Mm.
make sure that I don't have to navigate all that. If that makes sense,
Yeah,
right? But then, with the financial side of things I've learned from my dad, it's all great. My mom as well.
yeah.
But I'm also now saying, hence why you and I are talking
We're
about
going to
stuff
connect.
because
Yes.
I'm I'm like, hey, I can't and I will not be able to do it all. But I
Mm.
know what it can do. I can explain that. I
Yeah,
need help to run that. Good.
exactly.
And then as the system goes on
And it
throughout each
works.
businesses, and then everything works. Right?
Exactly. And don't worry, I haven't
And
forgotten you. Today's the last,
oh
like,
no,
well,
I
not the
know.
last day of taxes because people still waiting for people that. But
I may be one of them too. But
maybe.
I'm actually well. I can talk to you about that later on. But there is something I'm doing with it
Yeah.
because there is something that can be done to kind of help me out for business. So when I get more information about that, I'll let you know.
Okay.
But
Okay.
at least I'm doing something.
Yes, sir. And like Coach Kirk, I just love this conversation. Just even
Mm.
how the Father's Day, like my goal is always to show men the appreciation they need. And I know
Enough
sometimes
respect.
people don't believe it when I say it, but I actually do
Yeah,
have
you do.
so much. It's just a like just hearing you guys today, like hearing M and just talking about and him talking about
Yeah,
Rondell, and it's so amazing. Like just looking, and I know when we said like the social media and like a lot of there's been great guys from time. I
yeah,
just like that I'm seeing it in
yeah,
in person, and it's not even
yeah,
social media. I'm actually seeing it in
yeah.
person and stuff. So it gives me a lot of joy. Like, and
Nice.
it's just beautiful. It's just beautiful. That's why I said that's like I feel like guys these days are doing better. And of course, there's gonna be like you said, fathers and others, but
Yeah.
we want to praise the ones that are doing what they got to
Yeah.
do and just being able to speak about how they feel as well,
Yeah.
because that's
Yeah.
one important thing. Like it is men mental health month, and I definitely want to make sure that the guys know that they're appreciated. And if there's times
Mm.
that you want to talk, you you should find the right tribe to
Drive.
be able
Yeah.
to talk and not be able to be scared to be vulnerable and everything.
Right.
Because that's the one
Yeah.
thing. Because
Yeah.
society always thinks, no, don't chat. You must be hard.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it's not. To me, it's not accurate. But I just hope that later in the years that we get more well-rounded folks, right,
Yeah.
and things. And I'm gonna ask you the question as well. What are
What
the
question?
I asked it kind of like what your dad taught you, but what
Yeah.
three things that you wish you knew about money when you were younger? You're still 25, but
Yes. For the for the last 25 years, I've been 25. So, what I wish I learned about money. Now, obviously, it's no fault to my parents. Coming from Jamaica and being here, my parents learned so much and they passed down so much, and they still,
Mhm.
those lessons are still today. Today. Um, so I wish I learned more. I wish we understood everything about it, like um, to understand what it is to work it, to save it, and
Mhm.
um, and to make sure the savings is doing something for us. Now, Em mentioned something about what is what to do with money, something like that. But then
Yes.
I think
Yes.
I want to answer him saying also what can money do for us,
Yes.
like as it's doing whatever, like how what can we do for money, or what more than what can money do for us as it's
Yes.
in the right vehicle, financial
Mhm.
vehicle, right?
Yes.
And then um, there's another thing I wish I knew, understood what to do with,
Yeah.
like debt.
Golly.
Like we've been like programmed that, oh, you owe this, you have a debt, oh it's bad, oh bad. And I'm now hearing from those who are wealthy
Mhm.
are the ones that are like, oh, they love debt. And I'm like, what? I'm like, I don't understand.
Yeah.
And
Leverage and everything is
right, right. So it's understanding the language, the literacy of finances.
yes.
Once you first start get that first part-time job, learning the saving. So we got some great lessons about saving, but
Mhm.
was it saving in the right way, right financial vehicle,
Yeah.
right package, whatever, so that
Yeah.
when we reach a certain age, that
We're
money
covered.
has matured to something, whatever. Not we didn't get that fully. Did we get some of it? Yes,
Yes.
but to fully understand it, no. I wish I knew more about that. So
Yeah.
the savings is young, and
Mhm.
to understand what I'm saving towards. So
Which
then,
goals? Yeah.
right. So it's more clear, more black and white, and then understand the different things about RSPs and the GESPs and
Well, you came to the right place because I have all of
right,
those type of episodes. Yeah.
that those things, right? And then now that I'm hearing even more stuff about, like, of course, stocks and bonds, but then
Yes.
investing, and then now another thing I'm looking into more
Which one?
is, and that's because I was fully at the Gold Coast, the literal Gold Coast in Ghana. Big up
Mm,
Ghana.
yes,
Hey,
yes. Walla, walla.
big up, big up, big up,
Hey,
big up.
hey, hey.
Big up. I coming back home, man. Learning stuff, being in the continent of Africa,
Yes.
seeing the resources and understanding that gold and all that.
Mm-hmm.
I have an opportunity to learn more about that and to get
Yes.
into that.
Yes.
Now, I wish I'd known that
Like
like literally 40 years ago.
no worries,
Yeah.
because I'm looking for the book that I have that talks about it, the Tony Robinson book.
Oh yeah.
I don't have it like behind me, but definitely that's a great book to talk about those
Yeah.
aspects, being able to diversify your portfolio,
Yeah.
right?
I'm
And
I'm all for it.
yes, and I know I want the
Mm,
folks to find a way to get a hold of you. I think I'm gonna post up this again. How can the folks
yeah.
find you? Because if they want,
Instagram.
Instagram. Okay, I'm
Yeah,
gonna
it's
do that.
probably easiest because, when I start the traveling is gonna happen again, and then, God willing, Court Vision Athletics
Yes,
is
yes, yes,
expanding exactly how I said it will. And I thank God for that. But I want to make sure the right people are involved and the right people are benefiting from this, is mainly the kids,
yes.
but those in the so-called team that we're building to delegate stuff, I want
Mm-hmm.
the right people involved, right?
Absolutely.
So if anybody out there wants to get involved with a now official international sports development company,
Yes. Come true. You know you know where to find me. I,
yeah,
I have the thing.
yeah,
Um, so I'm gonna wrap this up. I just want to do a special shout out before I
respect.
end this. So I'll put you in the backstage, but we're gonna talk after. All right,
No,
no
of
leave,
course,
no
I'm
leave.
here. I'm here.
So thank you so much for coming true. I'm not gonna say baby Jordan
Respect.
right now.
That's all good.
All right.
Yeah, yeah.
Mhm. All right, folks. This has been such an amazing, amazing episode. I have finally been able to see a different side of my guy friends and how their journey of becoming a father has been. Noah said there's gonna be more people, but it's okay. It's okay. We still had an amazing conversation, and I also want to say Happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there. Rest in peace to oh snap, look how things get lucky. You're so blood clot lucky, oh clot. Hold on, coach, I have to bring you back. I have to bring you back because Randall is very, very lucky.
What happened?
Hey,
Hey.
what's up? What's up? Hey.
Just when we thought, see, I was about to
Yeah,
say, actually,
yeah.
Oh, let me put my
Big
headphones
up.
on. I just got home.
okay. Oh, this is my great friend Randall. Oh, I'm so happy.
Yeah.
So he's the one that got me this. So I'm
It's
really
work.
happy, right?
It's working.
Oh my gosh, I've known Randall. Oh shucks, since I want to say
Hmm.
again,
Why is it
2007,
not working?
2008. Can you hear us?
Okay, my mic is. This is not working. Let me
It's
just
not
take this
working.
out.
I can hear you.
Oh wait, did he press it on the screen?
Oh, true.
Yeah.
Mm. Oh, how about
No.
no?
This headphones aren't helping. I'm just gonna take
Oh
the headphones out.
no. Okay.
Sorry.
No worries. So, 2007, 2008, I have known Randall. And I
That
have,
long?
yeah, man.
No, I think I
Palazzo
was younger.
time? No.
Palazzo.
Yeah.
I swear it's 19. Maybe it was 20.
No. Hey, don't age us too much. Don't age us too much. But he is also a father of two, and he is like one
Nice.
of my favorite families as well. And I've been mentioning it to him since.
Yeah.
We're gonna keep it PG today. But I wanted to ask you a question.
Okay.
What is one of the what's your best memory of becoming a father?
I guess my son coming out. like, like when he was born, it was just it switches something in you that like you didn't feel before. Like I keep telling people, when you watch movies and people cry from happiness,
Mm.
I always thought that was nonsense. I'm like, how are you so happy you're crying? Like it's and as soon as he came out, it's just tears came down. I didn't like why am I leaking?
That's a substance.
It made no sense. It was the first time that ever happened in my life.
Yes.
So yeah, that'd be number one. Number two, obviously, would be Chloe. When I found out she was a girl, because
Hmm.
she came out and I didn't know. There was no motion to like, because I didn't find out until they were born what their sex was going to be.
Okay. Okay. You wanted to have
So
that
yeah, that's
excitement,
surprise.
surprise. Okay.
So she came out and then they're like, "You have a," and it was nothing. And a girl. And I'm like, "Oh my gosh, okay, yeah, it's crying again. That's nonsense. I got my baby girl."
Yay.
So yeah,
See,
these are my two. Maybe the two things. Yeah.
isn't that great? Um, dang. I'm getting so happy because you guys are just actually showing how becoming a father changes you for the
Mhm.
for the best. Of course you for the best. And also I know that when it came to being a father, you had a great father figure. And I
Yep.
just wanted to give a shout out because I was just about to say like rest in peace to rest in peace to fathers that have passed.
Mhm.
And um, Coach Kirk has dealt with that too, and you have as well. And I went through miles just to be there for you because I
Yeah.
always know how it is important, like losing a parent. And I'm glad that you became a great parent. So I just wanted to say that as well. And what is one of your fondest moments with Father's Day? Like whether it's a gift that you gave your dad or a gift that you got yourself that you gotten for yourself.
Oh, I just got some golf clubs. Just saying. So I'm really happy about that.
Oh, hold on.
Got a day
Jeez.
early. You gotta do it two more times for that. What do you mean? Yeah, got that. I'm going golfing early tomorrow morning, so that's why I got it. I got it today. So I was kind of happy about that. And giving my dad stuff, he never really liked gifts. He was always like, just my lottery cards now. Let me get a lotto. But it was 1 year where he's never, because he always looked after his family and he always like looked after us. He never really looked after himself.
Mhm.
And I remember him saying that he never had his like own like man cave. He had nowhere for himself.
Yeah.
So there was 1 year where I took the basement. I'm like, we had someone living down here at the time. I'm like, okay, listen, I'm taking this area and I'm going to convert this area into a Trini place. I put up Trini flags. I put up like even a pinup girl for him. I put his records. I took out all his records, his record player, everything. I have it on my Instagram too. So like
Mhm.
that was probably the best gift I remember giving him, and yeah, he was happy with that. Yeah,
I'm getting
yeah,
happy all over again. Like I'm it's so ecstatic how dads are or fathers dads are appreciated. And even doing that, like actually hearing like the things, this is what Coach Kirk was saying, like
mhm,
just hear what I have to say and then do it. And you're able to manifest that, right?
yeah.
Especially because yeah. Oh shucks. I want to advertise you too, sir. I
Right. Advertising. What do you mean?
want what you
I'm not to
do.
say, oh, I'm married.
I didn't mean like that.
Oh, okay.
Simmer down. Anna, you know what he said. I would never say that, sir. I mean your business fam.
Oh, word.
Oh,
Is that what you were
well,
trying to do? It just so happens I always walk with it. I never leave the house without this.
What is that, brother? Tell me
Oh,
more. I can't.
I'm a carpenter. I do decks and outdoor renovations, carpentry,
Okay,
birdhouse builders. Yeah, so I just
okay.
walk around with it.
I hope you're documenting that stuff like videos and show them before and after and stuff and
I
posting
yep.
that.
do. I do before and afters. I hope my partner doesn't see me because I always talk about I have a GoPro. I'm gonna set my GoPro up, and I always forget that.
Yeah,
And every day,
yeah,
he hears it from me. So.
yeah, man. I actually like watching those videos. Sometimes
Yeah.
even those when you're able to do the time.
The
the
time
time
lapse.
Time
lapse.
Yeah.
lapse.
Yeah, and you
Mm-hmm.
have it up in like people build a deck in one weekend, whatever, and
Hmm.
the camera's in the same spot, and you see everyone's going like this, and boom, the deck's done. That's a nice reveal. So, yeah, man, big ups, enough
Respect.
respect.
Respect. Maybe
It's
you're a
cool.
coach. You do more than I do for the community. I'm just
Oh, come on now,
maybe.
nah, man. Decks are important, guys. That's like your a section to go to when you want to get out the house, guy.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And
Yeah,
then
that's,
when you
that's,
wanna
that's all right.
big up your
Ex-
house too to
yeah,
build the value.
especially if it's one of those enclosed decks.
Hmm.
Oh man, that could be another version of a man cave.
Yeah, it is. It really is.
Yep,
Get the sun and
yep, man.
everything. Camille knows. Camille see me. I'm slowly changing my backyard. My backyard is becoming the place to lime at.
There
So
you
there's
go.
gonna be a cookout soon. See, we are just talking about that.
Hmm.
You're
Yes,
gonna
We
be
were.
the
please
We
uncle.
were.
set it up, set it up.
Oh man. Also wait, I'm trying to think of all the questions so you don't feel
Well, what do you do for your? What are you doing for your dad for Father's Day?
dang, why did I get the pressure question? So
Why not?
I wanted so I have flag football tomorrow, right?
Hmm.
I wanted to
Okay.
take him to watch and then also take him out afterwards. So I'm gonna force him. I'm like, listen, I have to be there at 10:30, meaning you need to make sure you're up on time.
Yeah. So don't tell him 10:30. Tell him 9:30.
9:30. True,
Yeah.
true,
Right.
true, 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 true. Because when I know the time of what the game is, I'm
Mhm.
always late as well. So I gotta tell him 9:30. Boom, and then I wanna take him out. Um, since my mom's passing, he hasn't really wanted to be out and stuff. But I'm just gonna force him
Respect to mom.
because I
Respect to
really,
mom.
yes, it's time. Oh, but it's probably be packed, but he likes he's a simple man. We're gonna go for I can't even say which coffee shop. We're gonna go to a coffee shop
Uh-huh.
and then we're gonna or go to Sunset Inn to have breakfast, because he loves some pancakes. Unless he wants me to make him pancakes, then he's gonna have to wait till the evening. So it's either or, you know?
But finance and bake, okay.
on all on the budget.
Exactly. Bulk bar. Go to bulk bar. Just
Hey, that's the best kind. Remember what I said earlier on about the gifts?
Yes,
You
yes.
see, I that if I had that gift,
Mhm.
man, it's like I will be melting and like you said earlier on, leaking because that meant so much more. It could
Mhm.
have came from somewhere real,
Mhm.
and
True.
it's appreciated better and reciprocated. But that made more sense than someone doing a gift for you that you clearly told them you don't want
Yeah.
and
Mhm.
you don't need, and then you spend the same money that we're trying to save,
Yeah.
and then you do all that just to get glorification from other people. I'm like, but wasn't the gift for me? Anyways,
Facts.
so I rather your gift.
Yeah. Or Randall's gift, which is golf clubs. Boom.
Actually,
I've been
yeah.
asking that for like 6 years though. It took 6 years for me to get it.
Okay, hold on. So hey, you
Yeah.
see what happened there?
Hmm.
You see?
Uh oh.
So Randy wasn't in our conversation before, right? And see what we just said? We always say what we want.
Hmm.
We are very simple.
There's no hitting message. Yeah.
Guy, it's so simple. It's confusing to the opposite sex.
I mean, yes, yes.
Yeah.
Golf clubs,
Okay.
especially golf clubs for Randall, because I've been seeing him wear those. So it's pretty dope that you're able to get them. Did you get like
That's
a whole
awesome.
set?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, the whole set, bag, everything,
Bag everything.
Good.
everything,
What?
everything,
All you need
everything.
now
Yeah,
is the cabbie.
I was just gonna say, if I wasn't busy tomorrow, it could be your cabbie.
It's early morning, 7 a.m. start
That's the best kind. Yo,
in
eight,
Bowman.
18, 18 holes. That's the best kind.
That far?
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's hard to get tea time on Father's Day. If you don't do it like the day it's available, then
Yeah, that makes sense.
yeah,
That's the best time because you're out there early. You're out there with nature, and
yep.
it's between you and the greens. You and the green.
Yes.
You
No
can't.
one
It's
behind
not.
you. Because sometimes it's stressful. You know when you got the people behind you kind of waiting because golf is just like, okay, you're next, and then you're next, and you're next, and you're next. I don't know if you played Camille, but like,
Oh
I
yeah.
play
yeah.
mini putt.
Oh, putt putt.
Eh,
I mean, it's similar,
Semi. Semi.
eh,
Semi.
eh,
Hey. Well, I was gonna say something. I still get the hole in one regardless.
All right. Is it like the one that's like mini putt where it's like neon lights and all that kind of stuff?
Yes. I've been to
Uh,
oh my
it's
god.
nice. It's
I've been to
nice.
I've been to the
It's
outlet.
nice. Okay, it's nice, but it's so gimmicky. But it's still nice. It's okay.
I
It's something to do still because we have winter, so
You
Mhm.
gotta
we
practice
gotta take it.
thing.
Wait, 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 wait. Do that again?
No, but there's a mirror. So allow
No, no,
me.
no.
I'm saying you're
Oh,
doing a baseball swing.
are you?
No, I did.
Okay, all right,
I did a little bit up. So no, no.
It's like a cross between baseball and cricket.
right?
But hey, it's okay. The mirror is there. I get you.
Exactly. Or I
I,
was
li-
gonna start doing tennis. Actually, that is me and my dad used to play tennis a lot.
that'd be cool. Play a nice little game with him.
I know, but I'm thinking if I play tennis, I'm gonna be tired before my game. So I
It
might
doesn't
want to
have to
play.
be. Wait, hold on.
Could
Oh,
it
I'm
be intense?
competitive.
When's the
Wait,
last time you
hold
played?
on.
Who knows if your dad can even handle that? Those knees go.
Oh, you know what you can do with him?
Mm.
Play pickleball.
Oh yes,
Oh yeah,
we
Yeah,
have that. That's a good idea.
yeah.
See, you
Play
guys
pickleball.
giving me more ideas, man. Like this, I need
Yeah,
ideas. Cause I don't know where my brother is. Like he's doing flag football tournament somewhere else, so
yeah.
it's just gonna be me again. Cause Mother's Day I took my grandma out, and now I'm gonna pick up my dad. But you know what?
Yeah.
Yes.
Sorry, get loud.
You see there, hype,
Um,
hype up for Father's Day.
always. So, hey,
Hmm.
forgive me.
Yes,
I. So you play flag football too?
I do play flag football.
Okay.
Yes,
All
yes.
right.
I'm a woman of many talents,
Sorry,
and
I
I
didn't
got
know
my
that.
I got a touchdown last week too. But anyone
Yeah.
that's on my team is gonna still dog me. They're like, "Oh, finally, Cap,
wow.
got the touchdown." Okay, regardless.
All right,
Okay.
except first you don't succeed, you know?
Huh?
Try again. Yeah.
Yeah, you got it
Exactly.
done.
Okay.
No
Well,
problem.
I didn't know you played.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. I love it. I love it. It's the only way that keeps me fit and stuff. But
Well, you may well, I know this is off topic, but we're doing that in Ghana too, flag football, because there's a mate, and we're trying to get a team to go play
there,
the players in Nigeria. They, I'll send you a link on them. They're serious with it,
yeah, yeah.
very
Okay.
serious.
Shucks. Ooh, Randall, I have another question.
Mhm.
What impact do fathers have on families and communities in today's world? Yes, Miguel.
Um, I don't want to. Does it? Is it? I feel like immediately what comes to mind is the strictness and the sternness and like the, like the okay, this is how you have to act like this.
Mm-hmm.
This is the right way to be.
Mm-hmm.
I don't. What would be the word to express it? I don't want to say sternness, but like stripped. I
Yeah,
don't know.
strict
We're kind
instruction.
of structure. That's it.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, that's what we do.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I think we do at least. I mean, I grew up differently from like all my people, all my folks, and it
Mm-hmm.
was I was happy I was able to tell my dad that like I didn't really click that until he was sick, and I told him like at the end because like to me the way that I am as a father is the way that he was,
Mm-hmm.
and everyone who I grew up around was basically like that. Except I mean, except for my best friend, but I don't know for some reason I never clicked that in. right? My
Mhm.
best friend, he had a single mom growing up. But with me, it's like, okay, yeah, dad's around, obviously. Yeah, where else are you gonna be? And do you know what I mean? And you had that too growing up. So it's like, so when people are saying, well, you're lucky because you had this and that and this and that, I'm like, I hear you. I guess I took it for granted, right?
Yeah.
But I just thought that's how life
It's
was.
supposed to
So
be. Yeah.
yeah,
No, we're we're in the same boat.
yeah, man.
It's like, oh, I do have both of my parents. Like, isn't that how it's supposed to be?
Yeah, that's good.
But then when you grow up and you're in your teens and 20s and you're like, oh, this is how it is for other folks. So
Mhm.
in a sense, yes, we are fortunate, right? Um a lot of my actually that's the one thing cuz someone told me like some people say like mothers envy me for not having children, but I never really experienced that. But it was friends envy being envy that I had both parents. I shouldn't say envy. I'm not gonna say envy, folks. I don't mean envy. It's just that
But
you.
it actually is. It is envy. Whether you want to be called or not, it really is.
It is, but it isn't because it's like, oh, you got that you got that balance. And I'm not saying I'm the
Yeah.
perfect person ever, but I've been able to see what like love is. Like my dad still goes to visit my mom with flowers. And that's that like when I think of
Yeah.
my dad, I was like, yo, I if I can't find someone like that will
Yeah.
love me, I don't want it. Nah, nah,
Don't
nah,
want.
nah.
Yeah.
Get
Yeah.
You probably will.
most
Of
That's
likely.
course.
the example you had growing up. You're not gonna look for some skullduggery kind of guy.
No.
True. So that's what makes it, tricky when you have such a positive father figure in your life and things.
Yeah.
And it's circle. We all three of us had that aspect,
Mm.
and I'm glad. It makes me really happy
Oh
when
yeah.
you do that, right? Because that's how you're able to be a great dad. Because I told you just today, I was
Mm.
like, yo, honestly, I big you up. Like I see you as like, you're like, yes, brother. Yeah. And I see
Big
when you
up.
do the handshakes and all that stuff, like
Yeah, we got a
that's
handshake.
such a, that's such a cool feeling to have. Like
I,
when mhm. No, go
no,
ahead.
I was gonna say too. I was gonna say that I think it makes it easier on the. I feel like having both parents makes both parents better parents because like mom doesn't always have to be on all the time. Mom can take breaks.
Right.
Dad can take over. Like Vinny had a birthday
Right.
party. My son had a birthday party. Bleep out his name. It's live. Never
You're
mind.
so dumb.
Um, he had a birthday party the other day. So Anna and I kind of got it ready, and it was like a water gun fight birthday party. But
Nice.
I mean, Anna just wanted to kind of get everything ready. She's looking cute. She's not trying to get wet. So it's like, okay, up to dad. I put on my uniform, my
Yeah.
went in there with the kids. Kids lost respect for me because it was just I had the hose. There wasn't even a water gun with me. I just had the hose.
Is yeah, cheat, sir? But
It
no.
was
No.
my
No.
house. I mean, I had to pay the
That's.
bill for it, so
That's not. Hey. No. That's not cheating. That's seniority.
or or
I've owned it.
improvising.
But just things like that, it makes us like tag team. We can. And sometimes if she doesn't want to be the bad guy, it's like Randall, listen, I don't want them to do this. Can you go tell them? It's like, all right, cool, Dad. Hey, come here. Your mother tells me a thing. I bring out the Trini accent a little bit when it's time. And yeah.
Right? I know, yo,
Yo.
honestly, normally you don't have the teen accent, and then one day I was like, what?
Yeah, it comes out from time to time. From time to time.
True, Trini, my God.
No. I
So
don't
yeah.
want to see it. All I want to see is grab something and win.
Caravan is right around the corner. Don't
All
you
right.
worry.
Yeah.
Look at my costume
Yeah,
today.
man.
You are
Okay.
there's so for
Nice.
fathers, there is a deal on I saw it and I'm obviously not going to find it now. But
Hmm.
there's a deal for fathers for to get your carnival costume. I'll try to send it via Instagram. I think
Okay.
I sent it on Instagram and thing. But if you already got your costume, then boom,
No,
bam,
no,
bam.
no, I was looking at my costume. I didn't buy it yet. Yeah, you send that
Oh,
link, Pigeon.
know me, I'm all about a deal.
You know you
Yeah.
do it right now. But I'll bother you on ones outside of the yeah.
True, true, true. Ooh, and what are some lessons that you've learned from having? What characteristics have you gained from being a father?
I say patience. One,
Okay. Okay.
I have to have patience, even though as you can see, it looks like little freckles, but these are gray hairs. So patience is one thing. You kind of relearn everything. I feel like I'm being smart as a parent. I'm going through school again. So you
Yeah.
get
Yeah.
like you get smarter because you're actually paying attention this time,
Yeah.
Yeah.
right?
True.
Um, you're more understanding. You realize that everyone learns at a different pace, and when you're growing up, you kind of expect everyone to keep up with you. But
Mm.
then you see, oh well, they're so much better at this than I am. Like there are things that my kids are better than me right now. Like I can't touch Vinny in certain things, and even Chloe.
Yeah.
I've never met someone who's so personable and just she's such a people person, and she's only 6 years old. It's crazy. She'll walk by
Nice.
people like, I like your shoes. Bam. Oh my gosh, you're so cute. And like love them. I love them. Um,
And they know how to negotiate as well.
they try to. They try to. They try. It doesn't work on me no more.
It doesn't work?
No.
I sometimes okay. That's a lie. It does work on me sometimes. If they approach it nice, where it's like I can't say no.
Yeah.
But no, yeah, I don't know. You learn how to love
Mhm.
and still be like strong, like not all mushy and stuff at the same time. Like they
Yeah.
know I love them. I don't
Yeah.
say it. I don't say it because growing up, I do say it once in a while. Growing up, my parents like I know they love me, but they're not coming to me every day saying, "Oh, we love you, son. We love you. We love you." No, no, that my mom barely does that now. I've probably heard her say that to me maybe 5 times my whole life. Right?
Yeah.
Same thing with my
Yep.
dad, but I know my dad would beat someone if they ever touched me. You know?
Yeah.
Mm.
So
Mm.
I've learned how to show my love, make sure they know it, even though I don't say it all the time. It's like you know that your dad, you know that, right?
Respect. Take
So
care, man.
Yeah.
so
All
yeah,
right.
you know.
And yeah, of course. And I
Can I
think
challenge
staying.
you on something?
Yep.
Oh yes, challenge.
Sorry.
No, no, no. Do it. Do it.
I'm. Uh, I don't even think it's a challenge really for you because
So,
you are that father. You're that guy. So to call it a challenge is maybe the wrong word, but like, 'cause I'm hearing you saying that like, you show it, you were there, you do it, and you mentioned about it. You heard it 5 times from mom. It just struck a chord in me.
mhm.
Um, I can't stop myself from telling my siblings, my parents, or big up to my dad, but obviously my mom and my dad, of course, when we still had dad, I couldn't stop sharing it or showing
Mhm.
it.
Mhm.
Look, she just don't. You show it, and you probably say it more than you think you do.
Maybe.
I guess I'm saying the challenge is to just almost, lack of a better word, force yourself to say it more.
Okay.
Lack of a better word. Again, I personally, I don't know. I get that feeling by
Mhm.
just hearing you talk. I get that feeling you say it more than you think you do.
I might. I probably do because my wife says it all the
Yeah,
time. She kind of instilled in her family. It's like
yeah,
whenever we're finished talking, my cousins, their aunts, everything, the last thing they say is "I love you" because it's like
yeah,
if that's the last thing that I ever hear
yeah,
you say or you ever hear me say, that's what I want it to be. So I might, yeah. So I might say it more than I think.
yeah.
Mhm.
Now, even though that is ultimate right there alone,
Mhm.
Mhm.
I'm speaking on the level of child psychology
Mm.
and as a coach from what I do, um, and the power of words. And if I can use an analogy from
Mhm.
my mom is great at these things. If you take the word words, it's the same letters that spell sword.
Mm.
Mm.
And then if you go even further, the same sword can be used to defend, and the same sword can be used to tear down and to cut down. And in those same two analogies, both of them could be used in a positive way, as well as it could be used in a negative way. Same letters, same weight, but it's the choice positive or negative.
Mm.
So if you already show it, and I guess say you already do it more and say it more than you think you do, and you hear it more from your wife saying it to the kids
Mhm.
and to the rest of the family. I am saying the when it comes from the the king, when it
Mhm.
comes from the general, when it comes from the leader, when it comes from the head, you,
I was looking for another analogy to make me feel big. What?
yeah, when
The
you
Falcon.
say, I want you to, and you already know the dynamics of your family.
Yeah.
If you look at the dynamics and then you say to yourself, you know what, I'm gonna say it now, and let's see what happens.
Mm. They'll probably light up more.
Yeah, something's going to change or something's going to happen, and you're going to recognize in your own dynamics of your
Mhm.
family what that weight means to the children.
Okay.
I'm speaking on that level because I guess now I'm the coach of thousands of kids, and I become this father figure, big brother, protector, all the stuff to all these kids all my life,
Hmm.
like literally. Like to the point that when I speak on the psychology of it, I've coached so much kids that now they've grown up to be fathers and they're bringing their kids to me to coach their kids,
Mhm.
right? So when I'm speaking about, I'm understanding the weight of the words, the power of the words, and what it will bring out of them.
Mm.
So it's something that you're like, oh, they know I love them, man. Yeah, they do. But if you can say, hey, come here, I love you, and that you're holding them, you're looking them in the eye, and you're saying, "I'm sorry." That to the child
Mhm.
is going to make their head, everything blow up, and there will be nothing that they will do or don't do that
Hmm.
they're not going to consider the king, the head, you,
The
what you think.
general.
They're going to think about what you think
Mhm.
about what they're going to say or do because they know not by just how you show, but because your words are the swords that cut right through anything, that they will always remember, hey, dad told me he loves me 10 times this week.
Mhm.
So when the kids are out doing other things and and you're not around, they're going to say something and be like, wait a minute, is dad going to be happy about me doing this or not doing this? You know what? I'm good. I'm going to go home. And then they go the other way because your words are swords going right through their head.
Mhm.
And now they're thinking, should I do it?
Hmm.
Or no, maybe I shouldn't. Because that same sword will now become the disciplinary sword that they don't want to have that to cut their backside.
Yep.
So true. You, they
So
already have that look in their head. They're like, ooh.
yeah. They take that moment and they're like, um, I'm good. So
That's actually happened to me.
it happens to me even now. I don't have my father with me no more, but
Mm.
every single day I have that look.
You're like, ooh.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, yeah.
I'll try. Yeah, I'll make more of an effort to do it
I'm
more.
gonna remind you. Same way you remind me to do
But the
this.
steak, okay,
Yeah.
get
I'm
the
a
free money.
But I would even say like obviously you're gonna do it in the loving way, but there's something about that that father drape up and sound like, hey, listen, I love you, know. I love you. That
Oh
kind of
yeah, I've
drape up
done that.
love.
Yeah,
Okay, okay. See,
I've done
that's what
that.
I'm
I've
saying.
done that.
I'm saying I know you do it more than you think you do, and I because that's why I'm not saying you don't. I'm not saying that you're not even doing. I'm not even saying that the kids are hearing you. I'm just challenging you, I guess, to do a little bit more
Consciously,
because
yeah.
you are. I'm sensing you are that guy. You're not no. Oh, Cam. Back to what I was saying before.
mm-hmm.
He is that guy. He is that father. He's
Mm-hmm.
not that baby daddy.
Mm.
Oh no.
Okay. Ah, see. All
No, no,
right. So
he's well
okay, I get it. I see it. So I'm just talking again from the child's point of view, just because I deal with it every day, everywhere, and I understand those who are getting it
mm-hmm.
and those who are not.
Mm,
That's my point
yeah,
from
you
a
see the difference.
coach's
Yeah.
point of view. From a coach's point of view, from a person who's dealing with all that dynamics
The community.
in a sport or sports that they love, but then you can see the lack of whatever because they're the ones that are not getting it. But the
Mm,
ones that are getting it, oh man, they're like the best kids ever. For me, the coach, trained, developed, and disciplined,
Yeah.
they're the best ones ever.
True. True.
mm, okay.
Yeah,
Golly. What
That's
ya?
dumb. All right.
Yeah,
yeah,
see?
man.
You didn't know you were gonna get wisdom when you came on too, eh?
Well,
But
no
but
clue.
that's part of the tribe things, right? Remember we were talking about the right tribe? Because
Yes.
I'm also he doesn't even realize I'm learning from him too, right? In this conversation alone,
Mm,
right? So we never stop learning from each other.
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
know.
We got to make sure that we're iron so that we can actually sharpen each other. But make sure you're iron. I- I'll, I'll let you think about that. Think
I
about taking
remember there was a blur. We were talking about the blurred
the
line,
blurred lines. Yeah, yeah.
Mm,
but
all
yeah.
Iron sharpens iron. I can't take a piece of paper to sharpen iron.
right. No, I get it. I get it. Okay.
You're too soft.
And it's okay. It's okay to be. It's okay to be to show that emotional intelligence as well.
Oh yeah, of course.
Some feelings, you know, because
Oh yeah.
I that's the one thing I like is I know, even though you say you're not showing it, Randall, I
Mhm.
know that you are showing it. Like I could just tell.
I do it my way, you know. It's
Yeah,
like
yeah, yeah,
this is daddy.
exactly.
Ha.
Especially with the handshake. When I seen the handshake the last time, I was like,
It's like a secret handshake.
Yeah.
I can't.
Good.
I was just trying to
I have one for my daughter, one for my son, and I got one for my wife too. That bothers my kids.
Good.
It ends with an Eskimo kiss. That's all you need to know, and they hate that.
Aw.
Keep it up. As a matter of fact, double up on it just to make them see it. Because where else are they gonna see true love?
Oh, all the time, all the time. We do stuff like that. I mean, it's not like over the top, but they seem like give my wife a kiss every single day. Just,
It has. Yeah.
one of those.
Yep. We want to make sure that we don't have those lines blurred, right? So let's keep it up.
That's
Yeah,
funny.
fact.
And also, let me see, because I'm looking at the time. I'm trying not to have another 3 hour thing, but I'm actually really happy that you came on because I kind of like threatened you just a little bit, but it's
Yeah,
okay.
Mhm.
you were fully ending everything right away,
Sorry,
and
I'm like,
then
oh,
boom.
yeah, shoot. Shoot,
no, no,
shoot.
No,
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 no, no,
you're
no, no, it's
good.
cool, it's cool.
You're
Like
good.
I,
It's good.
we needed this. We needed this. I'm actually more happy that I'm seeing, and I'm only wanting to show the positive sides of fathers between the fathers and the the other ones.
Hmm.
I'm only
Yeah.
representing for these because this is what I was raised with, right?
There you
Uh,
go.
so boom, bum, bum. Um, another question. The last question. Don't worry. What are the things you wish you knew about money back in the day? And actually, sorry, I'm gonna add a next one. What's the things you wish you knew about money in the past, and what's one thing you're gonna um teach your kids?
Um, well, I wish I knew how to invest when I was younger. I can tell you that. I wish
Hey,
I knew that was a thing. I didn't know about that. Um,
Yeah.
what I try to and what I try to teach my kids, and which I wish I knew when I was younger, to make money, we always thought you had to just do something to make money.
mm-hmm.
But if you really want to make money plus more and a lot of it, abundance of it,
Yeah,
you have to learn to give value. You can't just
Mm.
try to do something for money. You have to just give value to people. And it doesn't have to be for money. You can get friendship is value. You can love is value,
Yep.
so just if you learn to give value and show up, then you're gonna receive it tenfold, whether it's with love, emotional, spiritual, cash, whatever it is.
yeah,
That's something I try to teach them. I'm like, don't just work for money. I don't want to just give you allowance. You have to try and create some kind of value for me. See if you can save me money somehow, man. Like, if you save me money doing something,
yeah.
then I'll pay you to save me money, right? People
Yeah.
do that, right?
Facts.
So
Yeah.
I try to teach them that they do have a piggy bank. We try to make them. Oh, you want something from the store? Okay, well, you got your money. You go buy it yourself. We don't
I
we
gotta show
don't
you the app.
too much. Which
I have
app?
to show you the app, the Flip and Floss or Flip Academy one. I showed it
Uh-huh.
to you, but I had to show you again.
You were kind of busy. It was tax time, so you're like, let me show you this real quick. But I gotta get back to work. Bringing her binder at dinner time. Everyone's eating, playing Uno, and she's on the computer. Real time.
Hey, just as long as everyone knows, no matter where I go, I
Mhm.
have my laptop.
So,
It's balance, balance. Tax
work life
season.
balance.
Exactly. And so, Randall, how can the folks find you if they want to get their deck?
If you want to get a deck done, you
Yeah.
got it on Instagram. Where's my Instagram? Oh my gosh, this is horrible. I don't even know about her. It's b.house.builders. No, that's my
Type it
email.
in. Type it in the message in the
Oh,
chat.
yes,
Yeah.
yes, that's right, that's right.
Type it
Okay, there
now.
you
And then
go.
you also have your
Birdhouse.builders on Instagram.
this. Oh
Okay,
shit! Why are you so quick?
that goes now?
Damn.
I'm not tech savvy anymore. After I had kids, I just
Nah, you did it really quick. Hold on.
that's it. Yeah, bird.house. There it is. That's the only way I want to be reached. You don't need to reach me on my private one. Reach me professionally.
Absolutely, absolutely. Boom, bam, bam. All right. So, Randall, thank you so much for coming through.
No
I
problem.
didn't, I didn't, I didn't know you were gonna come. You did say you're gonna try, and you came through. So,
Yeah.
Kirk, I'm gonna beat you just a little bit. Sorry, sorry, sorry. Oh shucks. Okay. Mm. I'm like, I really appreciate it because you could have been anywhere in the world, but you're here with us.
No.
And happy Father's Day as
Thank you.
well.
Pick up.
Mm-hmm.
And I know you are going to have a ball. I hope is it gonna rain tomorrow? Actually,
No, it's gonna be
No, no,
disgustingly
no.
hot for the next week.
good.
Don't wish no bad weather.
No, I don't want to wish
Bad
bad
luck.
weather
Bad
because
luck.
last week it was pouring rain and I thought I was gonna catch a cold
Mm-hmm.
playing football.
Oh
So
yeah.
yeah, no, I'm happy. It's gonna be nice. It's gonna be nice weather for you.
Was that video where you were limping the other day after football? The video where you just limping? That was it? Was it that day?
Oh
After
Oh, okay.
I sprained my ankle a little, but I'm good. I'm gonna ice it tonight, and I'm ready
yeah.
to go.
Taper up. Tape it up.
Exactly.
You gotta make the fast noises.
with
Ha!
Yeah, there it
that's no.
Wait, is the ball in your hand as you doing that fast noise?
Absolutely. Absolutely. I don't care what anyone says on that team.
Ah,
I'm on the fast, but yeah. But yes, Randall, thank
Nice.
you so much. Big up yourself. Happy Father's Day, and big up to the real fathers then.
Big up.
So I'm gonna put you guys in the backstage so I can
Um,
All right.
finish
is
it up. All right.
Respect.
Thank
Yeah, man.
you. Thank you. All right, folks. There we have it. I don't care how long it is. It's my platform, but I wanted to big up the fathers, the real fathers, the active fathers, the ones that are really really committed to their families and the community. It is definitely, we're a tribe and everything, and we just need to work together as one. You see it. And I also want to, again, I was about to say it honestly, to the friends and family that have lost their fathers. My heart speaks out to you. I totally understand what you're going through. Even the friends that I know that recently lost their father and is experiencing their first Father's Day without them. Ooh, I hear you. I hear you. And to the folks, happy Father's Day. Say happy Father's Day to your active dads and things. And tell someone on the street happy Father's Day. I actually seen someone on the street the other day, today with their stroller. I was like, happy Father's Day, because I think you guys want to hear those words and be appreciated. And I'm that person that wants to give it. All right. So big up. I have 2 comments because I know Randall, you already have a referral coming your way. Boom, bomb, bomb. And happy Father's Day to you, Frequency Event Promotions. Ooh, ooh, ooh. You see it. And on that note, folks, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, tell a friend, tell someone you love them, and happy Father's Day. Hold on. Oh, shucks.
I just wanna be free with my people to prosper and hold it down. Don't you sit and wait, contemplating on a revolution. The time